gold uniforms with black helmets. Kind of looks like Southern Miss out there. High snap to Jones. He'll leave it with Perryman again. Goes around the left side, and he is going to get the first down and more inside the 35, and he is going to get inside the 30 between the hashes. And the football will be placed there at the northeast 30 for EMCC, and making the tackle again, Willie Latham III. Back-to-back tackles for that young man.
Back-to-back gashing runs by the Lions right there, which shows you the big guys up front really taking control of that line of scrimmage early.
It looks like Perryman's going to have to come out. He lost his helmet.
Come off, yeah.
And Javante Spivey is going to make his return since the Mississippi Delta game. He'll be flanked off to the right of Jones. Brings a man in motion from left to right. He'll leave it with Spivey. Goes straight up the middle. He's going to have contact, to break contact as he gets down to about the 26-yard line. So it's going to be a gain of 4. That'll bring up a 2nd and 6. Making the tackle for Northeast is Carter Bonds.
Entirely different style of running there between the two backs. Perryman, the big bruiser runner, 3 yards in a cloud of dust, going to run you over, and then you bring in 24 Spivey. He's more of the dancer, the flasher guy, the scat back type guy. So it's definitely different, but also both very effective.
Perryman returns off to the right of Jones. Bunch trips here on the near side. They throw it near side. The number's caught at the 25 and staying on his feet near the 20-yard line. Making the reception is Joshua Aka, who leads the team now in receptions with 21. Tyler Shorter will knock him out of bounds here on the near side. Ball placed on the near hash. That's enough for a first down as he gets the 6 yards needed. 1st and 10, and now the Lions are in the red zone, moving from left to right. Jones in the shotgun with Perryman off to his left with twin receivers either side. It's going to be Perryman who will take the ball between the hashes and the tackles, and he'll get down to the 16. So that will be another gain of 4. And EMCC has not had a less than 4-yard gain. Devonta Barnes will make the tackle for the black and gold.
Yeah, it makes play calling a lot easier on 2nd down when you're 2nd and 6 or less every time.
Trip receivers wide side of the field to the left. They're all bunched up. It's another inside handoff, and going straight up the gut is Perryman at the near hash, and he'll be tackled at around the 10-yard line. He's going to be close to a first down, but not enough. He's going to be about a yard shy. They're going to say he goes down between the 11 and the 10-yard line. 12:57 and counting to go, first quarter, no score. This is the opening drive of the game. Lions with ball possession, knocking on the south end zone door. High snap, pulled down, screen pass left side. It's caught by EMCC down to the 10, making one man miss, another man miss at the 5-yard line, and going out of bounds is Cameron Hines as he gets inside the 5 down to about the 3-yard line, and that's going to be Keyshawn Cobb who will push him out of bounds.
I saw that defensive alignment right there when they went tight bunch trips out wide a while ago. The alignment of the defense was 2 over the top of 3, and I knew what was coming. There was going to be the bubble screen out there quick and just block man on, and that's what we got right there in that last play call.
1st and goal from the Tiger 3. It's going to be Perryman who gets it up the middle, and he'll go into the end zone. Touchdown. As you mentioned, an easy 3-yard run, just bruising his way between the tackles. And with 12:17 to go here in the first quarter, it's 6-0 EMCC. They'll score on the opening drive.
Yeah, that was just total domination by the offensive line on that opening drive. 50 yards and in just a few minutes. We'll get the official time of that drive here shortly. But, Jason, you couldn't draw it up any better if you were doing the play call prior to the game of what you wanted to do.
Ham snaps it. Stewart with the hold. The right leg kick by Rogers is through the uprights. And good. It's 7-0 EMCC. 2:43 off the clock on the opening drive. It's 7-0 Lions here at homecoming. We'll be back with a kick to the Tigers in a moment. This is the EMCC Football Network. .50 yards on the drive, capped by the 3-yard touchdown run by Zias Perryman. The PAT is good by Rogers. 7-0 EMCC. And Rogers is going to come out, and he's going to kick it from left to right from the 35. It's high, it's end over end, and taking it inside the 5 for Northeast is going to be Montreal Boykin. And Boykins is going to be hit around the 15-yard line. After the 12-yard return, he's going to be dropped there at the 15, and that's where Northeast will have it. A couple of guys coming in to lead the charge there to get him on the ground. Now we have some penalty flags. Let's go to Chris Coleman.
Guys, I waiting for the official call on this from the White guys. Will be a block below the D's. Yeah.
You know what? Thank you, Chris. And on kick returns, punt returns, all those sorts of things, it could be anything that they throw the hanky for. So, Chris, I'm sorry for putting you on the spot down there, buddy. But it was Boykins, the freshman receiver out of Tunica, Mississippi, who brought it back some 12 yards to the 15, but it's going to be a chop block, so that'll bring it inside the 10, and they're going to mark it at the 7-yard line.
Yeah, Chris usually on top of those things, but hey, you got to remember, Jason, it is homecoming. You smell the charcoal in the air, so you know.
A lot of tailgating to our left, north of the stadium. So your quarterback who's going to be in the shotgun is Putt. He's going to take the snap, leaving it with his tailback, going straight between the tackles, out across the 10-yard line, up to about the 12. And that is going to be Tim Patterson on the carry. Carter Putt is the quarterback. He's 5'11", 200 pounds. He's 69 of 126 for 923 yards, so just shy of 1,000, averaging 184 a game. Has thrown 5 touchdowns to 4 interceptions. He'll be in the pistol formation. He'll turn. He'll leave it to Tam again. It goes around the right side this time. He's going to turn his legs to about the 15, which is where they had the ball just a moment ago. So it's going to bring up now a 3rd down and 4 after a gain of a couple. Patterson, the ball carrier. He's going to be flanked off to the right now of Putt. EMCC wanting, or Northeast rather, wanting to go in a hurry. Twin receivers wide side of the field. Ball placed towards the near hash, which is the left hash, moving from right to left.
That's something we don't see offenses against East Mississippi do, to try to go in a hurry.
Correct. First time we've really seen it, except for a little bit last week. Throw over the middle, caught at around the 30-yard line. And making the reception for Northeast is going to be Cam Coleman, and he's going to move the chains.
It's one thing you rarely see teams do to want to get in a track meet with East Mississippi.
Jeremy Mack Jr. is going to knock him off his feet at the 30-yard line, so they'll move the chains. And Northeast with Putt in the shotgun. He'll have Patterson flanked to his left. He's going to go back to pass on the snap, and it's almost intercepted by EMCC, and that's Brandon Larry, who got his fingertips on it. And when he let go of the football to Putt, I thought that he was going to throw it right to the chest of Larry.
Yeah, he deflected it, and then Northeast caught it, but it was out of bounds on the deflection on that far side. 2nd down and 10.
So Putt with 2nd and long will be in the shotgun with twin receivers either side. Ball placed on the right hash this time. Waiting the shotgun snap. We'll look back towards the far sideline with 10:36 on the clock here in the first quarter. 7-0 EMCC. Coming up in a moment, we'll tell you about some Thursday night games across MAC action. Here's the chest snap, and stepping up in the pocket after there's pressure and throws it over the middle. Caught between the hashes at the 41-yard line. Another big reception this time. Making the big grab is Dallas Payne, the freshman receiver from Brandon. He's knocked off his feet by Joshua Short.
We got a penalty there. It's going to be roughing the passer against East Mississippi. And I think that's one you just decline it and take the result of the play, or is it's added at the end of the play?
It's added at the end of the play, so a big-time play that time for Northeast. Not only did they move the chains on the pitch and catch, but they get added yardage.
He was hit right as he threw. It's kind of close. I couldn't tell what number it was, but maybe Chris has got it down on the sideline.
We'll figure it out after the play. We'll check in with Chris. Trips wide side of the field to the right. Ball placed towards the near hash, which is the left hash. Patterson flanked off to the right of Putt. He'll have a single receiver at the numbers here on the near side. He'll take the shotgun snap, fires it over on the right side, and it is caught by Northeast down to the 40-yard line of EMCC. The spot of the football was the 43, and now we have some pushing and shoving going on, and the crowd across the way reacting, making the reception for Northeast. It's Kylan Garrett. They have committed to throwing the football here on this drive, and Buddy Stevens said that he was concerned about the receivers, but really receivers that can go over the top on you, and so far it's kind of been some underneath stuff.
Yeah, they're running the timing stuff, the three-step, the get it out of your hand.
Snap from the 41 of EMCC. Pump fake right side. He's hit up the middle, and he is sacked back at the 48-yard line. Oh, my goodness. And coming in to make the huge sack is Cedric Bender.
And that's why they're running the quick stuff there, Jason, because if they go any further than that or longer than that, that's going to be the result, because that defensive line is bringing it, and that offensive line can't hold them off forever.
Correction, that's Kason Boston who made the big sack from his defensive line position. 93, not 36. Trips wide side of the field, near side. The snap from the 46 on the loss. It's third down and long, and rolling to his right is Putt. Chase from behind, decides to run it down the far sideline, and he gets back to the original line of scrimmage, and he's going to be hit and dropped, and it's 4th and 10 from around the 43-yard line. Yeah, and making the tackle is Kason Boston again.
So 4th down, they'll try to pin them deep inside the 10 at least right here.
Well, the sack stalled that drive there. Zach Patterson's going to run out onto the field. He'll stand inside the 15-yard line for hash. John Ellis-Murray, who has over 1,000 yards punting on 26 punts, averages 39 yards per kick, has a long of 60, is pinned 8 inside the 20. We'll see what he can do here. He's going to punt from the Lion 43. He'll stand inside his own 45 on the far hash. We'll await the snap from Cortland Wilfall. Here's the snap. It's going to bounce up to the punter. He's going to get his right foot into it, and it's going to be taken at the 12 at the chest. Patterson, he tries to run laterally from right to left, gets out across the 15 as he cuts upfield and gets to the 17-yard line, closer to the 18. So about a 6-yard return as Deontay Barnes will make the tackle on special teams.
Yeah, he bounced that snap back out there, turned the punter into the shortstop, and then, of course, that rushes everything. So he kicked a line drive that was fielded there at the 10, but East Mississippi returns it up to about the 18. So see what they do with this drive right here.
7-0 Lions, second offensive possession with 8:07 to go in the first quarter. Shotgun snap from the 18-yard line, their own 18, rolling left side, throws it up the near sideline, and it's incomplete. Intended for Joshua Aka at the 35-yard line, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 10. By the way, scores from Thursday night. Northwest defeats number 14th ranked Coahoma 42-12. Hines 23, Colin 14. ICC with a win over Mississippi Delta 34-21, and Pearl River 55, Holmes 7. Clock stopped with 8:01 to go in the first quarter. Twin receivers either side. Ball placed on the right hash, moving from left to right. The snap to Jones, throws it, intercepted at the 20, and he'll walk in. 10, 5, touchdown. And that's a pick 6 for Tony Washington, the sophomore from Horn Lake. Jones just kind of fell asleep right there and threw it right to his chest in stride.
Yeah, sometimes you get tunnel vision, and he got tunnel vision on that one, and just did not, I don't know what he was thinking, just, his mind
didn't see him, yeah.
Yeah, his mind played tricks on him and just didn't see him. So now if he blended into the sun with those yellow uniforms.
That's not the Northeast gold that we're used to. We're used to more of a Saints gold for Northeast. This is more of a Southern Miss gold. We'll await the snap back. Here it is from Wilfall, and here's the hold, and the kick's going to doink off the right, upright, and it's no good from John Ellis-Murray. He came in 9 of 10. He's now 9 of 11 on extra points. And with 7:55 to go, EMCC is going to keep the lead 7-6. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is the EMCC Football Network. Yards out for Tony Washington for Northeast. Jamari Jones throws his 4th interception of the season with 7:55 to go in the first quarter after the PAT doinked off the right upright. It's 7-6 EMCC. Northeast is going to kick from right to left. John Ellis Murrah has on gold cleats. Looks like he's got duck feet out there. Look, it's the Oregon Ducks.
Kickers.
Yeah. He'll place it at the 35-yard line, back deep to receive. Zach Patterson will stand on the near hash with his toes on the 5-yard line. Kadarius Callaway will stand off to his left. Here's the kick, and it's going to be a line drive end-over-end kick. Callaway's got to back up. He'll take it at the goal line, spins around, thought about going to a knee, now brings it down to the 5, to the 10, gets to the hash at the 15, now to the numbers to the 20, 25, going up the near sideline across the 40-yard line, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds, but a yellow hanky will lie between the numbers and the sideline near side at the 28-yard line.
Maybe a block in the back right there at the 28.
Rashad Thomas will make the tackle. Let's see if Chris Coleman saw anything.
Yeah, Glenn and Jason, I think it's going to be a block in the back, but Whitehat says it's a hold, so we're going to go with what he says instead of my opinion on that, so it will be a hold on EMCC.
Kevin Barnett is the guilty party for EMCC. Maybe that's just what they called. It's not what they saw.
It did look like a block in the back. I'll go with Glenn on that, so down around the 25, 26-yard line.
So it could have been either or. Thank you, Chris, for that report. The ball's going to be placed inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So EMCC starting once again from their own 18. This is their third offensive possession. Trips wide side of the field to the left and going straight up the gut is Perryman. He'll cross the 20 on the near hash and get up to the 22. So that'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up now a 2nd down and 6 situation. So gain of the 4, knocking him off his feet is Carter Bonds for Northeast. The Tigers trail 7-6, 7:27 and counting to go first quarter. Trips bunched up, tight formation, and they're going to give it once again to Perryman up the middle. That's Jones who's going to give it to him. Goes up across the 26. And I think he's going to be short by about 3 yards of the first down. Jamarcus Smith will make the tackle. So it's 3rd down and short. 3rd down and 2 from the 26-yard line. In the shotgun is Jones. High snap goes over his fingertips, and he's going to pick it up inside the 20. He spins around, breaks one tackle, then throws it out of bounds, and EMCC's going to have to kick it away. Boy, EMCC, you mentioned it, Glenn, just, go do you, and this is not EMCC doing them. Throwing the pick 6, and now high snap on 3rd and 2, and that's just got to drive Buddy Stevens and David Boykin absolutely crazy.
Yeah, you're going to have to concentrate just a little bit more. It's a day game. It's hot. Your hands are going to be sweating a little bit, so you got to take a little extra time, see it all the way into your hands on the snap. And Jones right there just took his eyes off of it. It's a good snap right there through his hands. So now it's 4th down, and they're going to have to punt this football away.
And backing up is J.T. Moore to receive this one inside his own 35, and now it's a high end-over-end kick. Fair catch called for at around the 33-yard line far hash. Nice punt by Peyton Rogers, and EMCC leads it by 1, 7-6 with 6:40 to go in the first quarter.
40-yard no return on that punt, Jason. Great punt, good hang time.
We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is the EMCC Football Network. Time that timeout. 6:27 to go here in the first quarter. Clock rolling now as the chains have been set again. It was a first down pitch and catch from Putt to Cam Coleman, and the spot of the football is going to be the 43-yard line, their own 43. Putt with twin receivers near side. Tight end strong to the right, single receiver to the right. Tim Patterson, the 5'8", 185-pound freshman, will be flanked off to his left. Shotgun snap, they leave it with Patterson and go straight up the middle, bounces to the left side, gets out across midfield, gets down to the 49-yard line, and that's a nice run on first down. Gain of about 6 on the play, and that'll bring up now a 2nd down and 4. Making the tackle is Joshua Short. Putt looks to the far sideline with 5:40 and counting to go in the first quarter. 7-6, EMCC on top. But inside Lion territory, inside the 50 at the 49 is Northeast. High snap pulled down, though, by Putt. He'll leave it with Patterson. It goes around the left end, and he's going to get a gain of about 2 down to the 47-yard line. So that's going to bring up a 3rd down and inches. Joshua Jackson will make the tackle for EMCC. So it's 3rd down and inches. Ball placed on the near hash at the 47-yard line of EMCC. Northeast once again in Lion territory with twins to the right. Single receiver near side. Patterson flanked off to the right of Putt. Once again, he looks like he's going to snap the football and then looks to the far sideline. They made a check with 4:55 and counting to go in the first quarter. Shotgun snap from the 47. Going around the right side behind right guard is Patterson, who'll have enough for the first down to the 42.
Yeah, they bring that H-back right there off that right side, or the wing back, if you will, if you're going old school. And he's in there just for an extra block. And he got the block he wanted right there on 3rd and inches. First down for Northeast.
Jeremy Mack Jr. with the tackle. The snap on first down from the 42. Throws it near side at the numbers. Caught. Almost deflected by Joshua Short, but getting inside the 30 on the reception for Northeast is Goldman Butler. So Goldman Butler will make the tackle, or the reception as he gets down to the 28-yard line, it looks like. So it's first down and 10. Northeast has done a good job of mixing here on this drive the pass and run. They were pass heavy the last offensive possession where their drive stalled in Lion territory. They're down to the 28, same formation as last. Inside handoff between the tackles, getting down to about the 27 after a gain of about 1.5 yards, maybe to the 26. This Patterson, Brendan Larry will knock him off his feet to make the tackle for the Lions. So gain of 2, 2nd and 8. Clock under 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. 7-6 Lions on top by 1. It was a missed extra point from John Ellis Murrow for the Tigers that has them trailing by 1, but they're knocking on the door. They're about 6 yards away from the red zone. Now they go trips right. Single receiver near side. Play clock down to 10. They were in more of a hurry up on their first offensive possession, and they've slowed things down since, Glenn.
Yeah, go ahead, Jay.
Putt with the shotgun snap, play action, fires it over the middle. He goes underneath at the 24. It's caught, and he's bottled up by a bunch of black jerseys there. Coleman's going to make the reception, and Brandon Larry will knock him off his feet. That's Cam Coleman, who's made a couple of big catches. So gain of 2 down to the 24, and it'll bring up now a 3rd down and 6 situation. Same formation as last. To our right, trip receivers. One single receiver at the number near side.
You can tell a big difference in this offense from last year for Northeast.
Putt with a shotgun snap. Inside pressure hit as he throws, and he floats it up. Almost a one-handed grab around the 12-yard line. The intended receiver there for Northeast. And that's Dallas Payne. Payne couldn't come up with it. He reached up around the 12 with his right arm, couldn't haul it in. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And I don't know if they're going to attempt the field goal here. 41-yard attempt. We all said it at the same time. We're all doing math in our head, right? So 41-yard attempt now for John Ellis Murrow, who's 5 of 8 with field goal attempts. His long is 37, so this would be his longest if he could connect. Ball on the near hash. Here's the snap back, the hold, the kick from the right-footed kicker. Is it going to go left? And no, it's good. Goes just inside the left upright, and that's his longest of the season, a 41-yarder. And Northeast has their first lead of the game, 9-7 with 2:35 to go in the first quarter. Back in 30 seconds with the kickoff to EMCC. This is the Lions Football Network. .42 yards, 4 minutes and 5 seconds off the clock for Northeast. They kick a 41-yard field goal off the leg of John Ellis Murrow. And he has now made 6 field goals in 9 attempts. That's his longest of the year, a 41-yarder. And it's 9-7 Northeast. He missed the PAT that would have tied the game. Just a Couple of drives ago when EMCC threw the pick six from 20 yards out. So John Ellis-Murrah's teeing it up at the 35. He'll kick it from right to left. Kadarius Callaway to our left at the hash. Near hash, Zach Patterson, high end over end. It's going to go to Callaway. He'll take it at the 4. Out across the 10, up the far hash at the 15. The 20, trying to get to the numbers. He's going to be drugged down at the 27-yard line. So nice return for Kadarius Callaway out of Philadelphia, Mississippi. The reverse transfer from the University of Alabama. Tristan Newsom will knock him off his feet.
All right, Lions got to get things going offensively right here. Hadn't really done much since that opening drive.
23-yard return for Kadarius Callaway. Monte Spivey is going to come out on this drive. He'll be flanked off to the right of Jones. They'll go trips wide side of the field, near side, with the ball placed on the left hash at around the 27. Snap to Jones to his left, but he pulls it down. Screen pass to the bubble screen near side and out across the 30-35 as Zach Patterson gets out across the 40 and is going to be tackled in the neighborhood of the 45-yard line. So nice pitch and catch from Jones to Patterson, and Patterson made a play. Keyshawn Cobb will knock him off his feet, and that's enough for a first down, and that goes for 18 yards. 212 and counting.
Got the numbers they wanted out there on that play, and it resulted in a big first down for the Lions.
2 down linemen with a rush in on the left side for Northeast. Jones on the snap, looking left all day, now decides to tote the football up the middle. Finally tucks it as he gets across midfield into Tiger territory, down to the 26-yard line. He's going to be a yard shy of the first down, so gain of 9 for Jones. But the way he was carrying that football was making me nervous. Jamarcus Smith will finally corral him around the Northeast 46. He was carrying it like a loaf of bread out there and finally tucked it away. 2nd and 1 for EMCC. Jones in the shotgun formation. Trips left again, wide side of the field. High snap pulled down, and Spivey is going to come around right in. He's going to have enough for the first down as he gets inside the 35 down to the 42. 5-yard carry. Carter Bonds will knock him off his feet with 1:26 to go in the first quarter. It's 9-7 Northeast. Beautiful Saturday afternoon here in Scooba for homecoming. Lions do trail by 2. Trying to regain the lead on this drive. Ball on the near hash at the 42. 2 down linemen with 2 rush ins now. Facing Jones and EMCC from this Northeast defense. Stepping up in the pocket, now firing it as Jones has a man wide open, does a back hop after catching it at the 22. Huge catch that time by Duke Miller.
Duke did a great job of getting his feet down just in time before he went out of bounds there on that home sideline.
Looked like a gymnastics move where they do the one hop after catch and his feet came down. They're going to say around the 21. So it's a first down. Snap to Jones from the shotgun formation. He'll throw it to Aka near side, who caught it, and he's going to be dropped at the line of scrimmage for no gain. So that's a 2nd and 10 situation coming up, making the big tackle Kevin Nelson.
Yeah, we didn't block very well on the edge right there, trying to go with that bubble screen.
So 2nd and 10 from the near hash, moving from left to right from the 21. 14 seconds and counting to go in the first quarter. Bubble screen called again by EMCC at the numbers at the 20 and losing the football. Northeast comes up with it, and that was Jantarius Henderson who caught it, then fumbled it and gave it up at the numbers around the 17. EMCC with a pick 6, now a fumble given up, 2 turnovers. Dedrick Orange is going to fall on it for the black and gold, and with 7 seconds to go in the first quarter, Northeast has the football at their own 17.
They ran a different version of the bubble screen right there where they released the right offensive tackle to go out to block, and they try to cut back underneath him, and he cut underneath him, but when he did, he got a little loose with the ball, and the ball just came out as he kind of bumped him as he went by him, and he was tucking underneath there, and when it came loose, Northeast jumped on it. So now they have the football and going the other way with 7 seconds left to go here in the first.
Gary Banks checks in a tailback to the right of putt, trips wide to the right, and they'll throw it right on the screen pass, a bubble screen this time for Northeast, and EMCC is going to snuff it out, but he's going to fall forward for positive yards up to the 18, and that'll run out the clock in the first quarter. It will be a 2nd and long for Northeast as they change into the field. They'll be going from left to right. Making the tackle that time was Jacob Patridge, and we'll be back in just a moment. Let's take a 1-minute break as we change quarters. We'll head to the second in just a moment. This is the EMCC Football Network.
The future
Minded farmers and producers. The EMCC trailing 9-7. They have 2 turnovers here in the game so far. So in the first quarter, a pick 6 as Jones threw it to Tony Washington, and he just walked in from 20 yards out on the near side. And then a fumble just a moment ago by John Terrius Henderson at the Northeast 17. And that's where Northeast is going to have it as they'll change ends of the field. Trips wide side of the field to the left. Putt in the shotgun. Back out there is Gary Banks. Banks is going to be flanked off to the right of Putt. From the near hash, here's the snap at the 17. Great pocket. Now we'll step up in the pocket and fire it deep down the middle of the field. And it's up for grabs, and it's batted away. And now they're going to say pass interference on EMCC's Joshua Short. I don't like that call.
No, I think that's equal both ways. Just good coverage, jockeying for position, both guys. It should have been a no call at all.
Let's go down to Chris Coleman. Chris, what did you see there that maybe Joshua Short did wrong?
Actually, I saw Short making a good defensive play there. I didn't see anything that called for a pass interference play penalty there, but that's what the call will be. Will be on Short, be a 15-yard penalty.
All right, thank you, Chris. I guess the only thing I could guess is they got him with his arm outstretched, maybe put his hands on the receiver, but like you said, Glenn, both ways.
It was going both ways. I mean, it was both guys jockeying for position, but nothing to really sway one side or the other. I mean, it should have just been a no call. Good football play.
Trips left, single receiver near side, ball on the near hash. So it's first down at 10 at the 32, and they'll snap it. They'll give it to Banks, go straight up the middle, lowers his pads around the 35, makes a collision at the 36, and EMCC is going to drop him there after a 4-yard gain, knocking him off his feet is Ty Johnson. 2nd and 6 with 14:36 and counting to go in the second quarter. You were making a point, Glenn?
I don't know how catchable the ball was anyway.
That's a very fair point. Same formation as last. 4-man front for EMCC. They're going to bring pressure here on Putt. Or at least try to get that pressure on Putt. EMCC's safeties have come up just a bit. Here's the snap to Putt. He surveys the field, steps up in the pocket, rolls to the near side, lets go of it. And it's almost intercepted at the 45. And he just dropped it. That was Jeremy Mack Jr. He was about to have his 4th interception of the season. Oh, goodness.
And he showed why he's a DB. If he could catch, he'd have been a wide receiver.
3rd and 6, yeah.
Oh, in and out of the hands. I thought he had it and was going the other way.
I did too. Oh, my goodness. I don't know if he scores, but he's going to get deep into Northeast territory.
It'd have been fun to watch.
Well, absolutely. 3-man front. Trey Langs coming off the right edge.
That's always a good sign.
That's a great sign. I don't know if they're prepared to pick him up here with the way he's positioned.
We'll see. And I am impressed with the offensive game plan of Northeast. I will say
Snap
that.
from the 37, fires it over the middle, caught for a first down at the 45, spun down around the 36-yard line.
Brandon Larry there on the tackle.
And making the reception was Kyle Garrett. Brandon Larry will knock him off his feet. So number 16, Kyle Garrett with the reception. With 14 minutes to go in the second quarter, we're a minute in. EMCC trails by 2-9-7. Northeast with another first down. They've picked up 8. EMCC has 6. Trips wide side of the field to the left. Ball placed on the near hash at the 47-yard line. Northeast at their own 47. Here's the snap to Putt. It's going to leave it on the ground and coming around the right side and getting inside Lion territory and down to about the 46-yard line of EMCC is going to be Banks. Gary Banks, the 5'10", 195-pound freshman with a big run on first down. Kel Williams coming up from his cornerback position will make the tackle, and you don't want cornerbacks tackling running backs. That means that's a big gain. Trips left, single receiver near side, so same formation as last. Putt will look to the far sideline. Carter Putt, the freshman quarterback, has run the offense well so far here in the first half. He'll leave it with Banks, goes between the tackles, and he's going to be stuffed as he gets to the 45. So gain of 1. That's going to bring up now a 3rd down and 2 situation. Amir Taylor, is going to make the tackle. So it's a 3rd and 2, and you have to feel like this is 4-down territory.
I was just going to say that you're teetering on the verge there, 4-down territory. As you cross the midfield and you're up by 2. Jason, and Putt's done a great job of managing the football game for Northeast as well.
Yes. We'll snap it from the EMCC 45 momentarily. He looks to the far sideline. Banks still flanked out to his left. He'll leave it with Banks on the snap. He goes around behind left guard. We'll have the first down and more. Just bouncing off folks, and he gets down to the 40-yard line. And that's going to move the chains. And they're at the EMCC 40, and Lee Koba is going to make the tackle for EMCC. And
timeout.
And we've got a timeout call by Buddy Stevens. EMCC kind of sleepwalking here in the first half. 9-7, Northeast on top. But they're down to the Lion 40-yard line with a 1st and 10 with 12:21 to go before half. This is the EMCC Football Network. To go in that game, leading 52-45. It's a 2nd and 3, deep in Ole Miss territory for Arkansas. We'll let you know when that game goes final. We'll also give you scores from around college football at the half. Trips left, single receiver near side. It's 9-7 Northeast on top of EMCC down to the Lion 40-yard line with a 1st and 10. 12:21 to go here in the opening half. Putt looking to the far side. They've slowed things down. They've thrown for first downs, and they've just kind of methodically gone down the field. Forced to snap it. They finally snap it. They throw over the middle, caught the 32-yard line. And I can't see who the receiver is until they unpile. And it looks like that is going to be
Boykins.
Boykins is going to make the reception, the first down reception. Joshua Short will knock him off his feet around the 30-yard line. Gain of 10, and that's enough for another first down. Boy, these gold jerseys just kind of falling in the zone, and Putt's able to find them. EMCC with a 3-man front. 11:53 and counting to go. You see some of the Lions defenders with their hands on their hips. It's not a good sign. Putt with a shotgun snap from the Lion 40. He's going to be hit in the backfield, and he's going to be dropped, no gain. Banks just got bottled up by 3 and then 4 black jerseys. So gain tackled there by the Lions, led by Elijah Davis. With 11:30 and counting to go. Now it's a 2nd down and long, and the key for Northeast has been a really good first down, and they didn't have one there. They're in the 2nd and long, but trips wide side of the field near side. Here's the snap. Back to pass. Putt unloads over the middle. It's tipped up in the air, and it's incomplete around the 20-yard line. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and 10. So 3rd and 10 at the Lion 30 for Northeast.
Yeah, 4-down territory for sure.
Yeah.
Now.
They kicked a 41-yarder, but I'm with you.
The Lions are going to bring in the nickel package as it's going to be 3rd and long, extra DB on the field.
Putt will survey that defense, which includes a 3-man front. Trips wide side of the field near side. Ball placed on the left hash at the 30 of EMCC for the Tigers. Carter Putt looking to that far sideline. 3 seconds to snap it. Now 2, they're in danger. And there's zeros. No, they did not get it off, but they do snap it, and there's no flag, and it's incomplete inside the 25-yard line. My goodness, Chris Coleman, all zeros were on the play clock when they snapped that ball.
0 straight across, as you said, Jason, and but he was able to get it off without any penalty flags coming out. So we'll bring up 4th down.
All right, so it's 4th and 10 from the 30. Putt in the shotgun. Surveys the defense. We'll look back at the far sideline. 11:02 on the clock in the 2nd quarter. Northeast on top by 2, 9-7. They'll snap it from the left hash at the 30, backpedaling, and it's a jailbreak screen, and it's going to fall incomplete. Even if it had been completed, I don't know if they get the first down because they caught it at the line of scrimmage on the screen. So it's a turnover on downs for Northeast, and EMCC steps up there defensively, and the drive stalls at the Lion 30-yard line. By the way, in Oxford, it's 52-45 Ole Miss. 1 second to go, second and goal for Arkansas. I'm not certain where the ball is placed.
Wow, defense optional game.
Yeah. They had it on first down, had a man open, and KJ Jefferson overthrew him in the back of the end zone. He also got tripped up with the Ole Miss defender. We'll get back to our game here, which is most important, with 10:56 to go before halftime. Screen pass out of the backfield to Perryman. He gets to the numbers at the 30. He's tripped up from behind. He falls forward up to about the 32.
He rolled up on number 5, Kevin Barnett, as he's limping coming to the field. I saw that. He's going to go over there, and the trainer's going to tend to him. Probably have to put a little tape on that ankle.
Excuse me, Glenn. Sorry about that. Carter Bonds is going to make the tackle from behind, so a gain of 2, and that'll bring up a second down at 8. Clock stop with, no, it's rolling with 10:26 now to go here in the first half. Trips wide side of the field, looking right, which is the wide side, is Jones. He rolls to his right, plants his feet, and he's going to be planted in the ground. And they're going to sack him inside the 25. Just held on to the ball a little bit too long.
Yeah, that's a coverage sack right there, but Jones has still got to throw it away, get it out of his hand as he rolled out of the pocket. Just throw it over there, past the line of scrimmage and out of bounds, and live for the next play.
Arkansas scores with 1 second to go on the clock. Actually, time had expired, and they score back of the end zone. We'll see if they kick it and try to tie this one up to go to overtime.
Go for 2.
So third down and long. A 3rd and 16 from the 24. Jones back to pass, steps up in the pocket, and is going to fire it near side to Duke Miller. Call at the 25-yard line, makes a man miss at the 30. He's out across the 35, and he's going to be tackled around the 36. And they're going to have to punt it away, knocking him off his feet. Carter Bonds again.
So fourth down, the punter's going to have to come out and punt the football away. Offense stalls out again for East Mississippi. 9:13 counting on the clock here in the second quarter. Lions trail 9-7.
Get your popcorn ready. Arkansas is going for 2. We'll tell you all about that after this punt. I should be distracted by this game that's in front of me on my phone. Ball on the near hash at the 36. They snap it back to Peyton Rogers. Gets his foot into it, and it's a beautiful spiral. Fair catch called for at the 22-yard line by J.T. Moore, the return man on the near hash for Northeast. Cobb. Is that one of the jersey changes? Oh, there's 2 7s. I beg your pardon. That's Cobb. I absolutely despise 2 jersey numbers. Duplicate numbers it just causes a problem across the board. Yeah.
It's illegal when they're both on the field at the same time, but sometimes people
don't call that in Memphis, I don't guess. And that was an SEC officiating crew. Goodness. 8:51 to go here in the second quarter. 9-7 is the score. EMCC is trailing Northeast. So coming in at tailback is Caden Betts, the freshman running back out of Corinth, Mississippi. Putt walks up to the offensive line, shouts out some changes as he checks, and then we'll leave it with his tailback out across the 25, up the numbers at about the 27-yard line. Caden Betts will have a nice run there on first down. Tate Deer will trip him up.
It's too much on first down, I can tell you. Got to win the first down and third downs for sure.
8:27 to go in the second. Spotted the football at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 5. It'll be second down and medium. Putt in the shotgun with trips to the left. Inside handoff, and Betts is going to make his way up to around the 31-yard line. He's going to be shy of the first down, but he's going to get about 4 yards on the play, so it'll bring up a third down and 1. Lee Koba will make the tackle. By the way, Ole Miss has won. Arkansas with a pass attempt to the right side. It's broken up, and Ole Miss wins at 52-51. Here in this game, it's 9-7, not the offensive fireworks like in Oxford. Scooba's been a defensive fest here. Third down and 1 for Northeast at their own 31-yard line. Ball placed on the near hash. 4-man front and inside handoff, slipping down and falling down, and then falling on him is Lee Koba. He'll be credited with the TFL.
Yeah, did a great job bringing pressure right there, really selling out, anticipating the run, rolling the dice, and brought pressure, and got in the backfield, and the running back saw the pressure coming, and he couldn't get redirected in time, so he fell down, and Lee Coba's going to get credit for the TFL, as you said, Jason. It's going to bring up 4th down, although the down marker over there shows 3rd. It is 4th down.
So it's 4th down and medium after the loss of 3 on the play. Correction, 4. That's the 3rd tackle for loss, by the way, for Coba this season. Patterson ranges over to the numbers and then just lets it bounce at the 37, down to the 36. And that's where Northeast will down it. Yes, young man, don't just touch it. Pick it up and hand it to the official. Great job on special teams. Paying attention in practice. 6:49 to go here in the second quarter, 9-7. Northeast with the lead.
All right, guys, East Mississippi struggled offensively since the opening drive. What's changed? What has Northeast done to stymie this offense after the first offensive possession?
We'll see if EMCC can make an adjustment on this drive as they have Spivey in the backfield. He'll take the handoff from Jones, bounces off some guys, and will try to reverse his field near side. He's between the hash and the numbers as he gets out across the 40 up to the 42-yard line. So that's going to be a gain of 6. That'll bring up now a 2nd down and 4 with the clock rolling with 6:33 to go in the second quarter. It's Jakeven Green who will be credited with the tackle there of Spivey. And now here comes Perryman back out onto the field. He'll be flanked off the left shoulder of Jones. He'll have trips right. That's the wide side of the field. They're moving from right to left if you're looking at your radio. Spotted the football near hash of the 42. Jones raises his right leg. Will take the belly snap in the shotgun, throws it over the right side. It is caught by Aka. He gets across midfield and then fumbles the football down to the 46-yard line. I'm sorry, that was Hines. I beg your pardon, not Aka. No, that's Tommy. That's Carl Robertson. I beg your pardon. Carl Robertson with the reception and fumble. And so Northeast will have the football at their own 47-yard line. That's the 3rd miscue, the 2nd cough up of the day for EMCC. He threw an interception, which was a pick 6 that gave 6 on the board for Northeast, and EMCC just can't get out of their own way today. 6:05 to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, you got to hang on to the football, guys. That's the difference. And it's what's keeping Northeast, and everybody but the center is going to be guilty of the false start right there.
Well, and that's what EMCC needs. They need Northeast now to shoot themselves in the foot. Let's go down to Chris Coleman. Chris, what is the body language like now down there on the sidelines with EMCC? Because they have really sleptwalked through this first half.
Yeah, you're right, Jason. They really have. And, you know, they're coming over here to the sidelines, and you hear a lot of coaching about keep your head up and keep your hands out in front of you on the ball. But I wonder if it goes back to something you said about sweaty and a lot hotter down here today than they normally play, and you play in the midday. So
you got to focus.
Wonder if that has a effect on what's going on.
Thank you, Chris. So 1st and 15, spotted the football, their own 42 for Northeast, moving left to right. Twin receivers either side of the formation. Patterson back out there at tailback. He's flanked off to the right of Putt. Putt looks right, now goes back left, fires it quickly. It is caught trying to curl away from the would-be tackler. Kel Williams is the receiver, and that's Dallas Payne. He can't do so and tripped up around the 45-yard line. That will be a gain of 3 on the play. Kel Williams, as I mentioned, made the tackle. So that's going to bring up now a 2nd down and 12. 2nd and 12, spotted the football near the 45. On the left hash. Knows the football is at the 45, so officially the 45-yard line. 5:36 and counting to go before halftime. Twin receivers either side. 4-man front for EMCC. Putt with a shotgun snap. He surveys the field, steps up in the pocket, rolls to his left. He's going to be hit, but dumps the football off. It's caught at the 49-yard line and getting into EMCC territory is Northeast. Dallas Payne will make the reception again. Kel Williams will make the tackle again. Dallas Payne, we've called his name out an awful lot here in the first half. 5:15 and rolling. Down to the 48 of EMCC.
He's one of those, what I call the bookend wide receivers that Northeast has. They've got 2 6'4", 210 guys that are just big physical men out there on the opposite sides, number 11 and number 12 wide receivers for Northeast.
Twin receivers either side. We're under 5 to play in the first half. 9-7. EMCC trails Northeast. Northeast with the ball down to the 48 of EMCC. 3rd down and 4. They throw it over the middle, and another possession kept by EMCC. Another 3rd down conversion through the air. Dallas Payne will make the reception again down to the 36 at the numbers. Knocked off his feet by Trey Lane.
We got a injured Tiger. Is that the quarterback?
That's Putt.
Uh-oh.
Putt's holding his left knee, it looks like, from here. We'll see if Chris had a better look at it, unless he was watching the ball like we were.
Guys, Putt actually come off, was slow to get up on that prior play, and after this play, he stayed down even longer, and he is favoring that knee.
And now he's going to come up on his feet, and he's going to walk off on his own accord. Thank you, Chris.
I'm sorry, Jason. While they're tending to him, I'm going to tell you the difference so far in this half. 3rd down efficiency.
Yeah.
5 for 9 for Northeast. They've kept drives alive, and they have won 3rd down.
Absolutely. They have 11 first downs. And the 3rd down efficiency, as you mentioned, 5 of 9. EMCC with 6 first downs. But the problem with EMCC has been turnovers.
Yeah.
They have 3 turnovers here in the first half. One that led to points. And this could lead to points as well, as EMCC was driving and fumbled just a moment ago. 4:30 and counting here in the first half. New quarterback.
Graham.
That's AC Graham, 6'3", 190. Graham in the shotgun. Will take the snap. He'll leave it with his tailback, who goes straight up the middle. Patterson gets down to the 30. So Tim Patterson, nice run on first down. Keyshawn Lawrence will make the tackle around the 30-yard line. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 4. It's a gain of 6 by Patterson on that handoff on first down. Under 4 to play in the first half. 9-7. Northeast leads EMCC. Trips wide side of the field, near side. Graham looks back to the far sideline, which is littered with gold. It's a gold out for Northeast here in Scooba. Graham will shout out the change to the offensive line. Center will snap it from the 30 of EMCC, and Patterson gets the carry. He'll run into his left tackle and be slowed up there, and that will aid EMCC defensively as they'll tackle him at the 29-yard line. So it's going to bring up now a 3rd down and 3 after the gain of 1. A couple of guys making the tackle there, but leading the charge is going to be Kaysen Boston, who does have a sack to his credit in this game. So it's 3rd down with 3:10 remaining in the second quarter, 9-7. Northeast on top. Graham awaits the shotgun snap. EMCC jumps in the neutral zone, but they back out before they're flagged. They did not make contact. And now a timeout called by Greg Davis, and Northeast wants to talk about it on 3rd down and 3 with 2:52 to go here in this first half. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is the EMCC Football Network. Mississippi, it's homecoming 2021, and hasn't been a happy one here in the first half. Northeast leading the EMCC Lions 9-7 with 2:52 to go in the second quarter, and very interested to see, or hear, I guess I should say, what Buddy Stevens has to say about the first half. And obviously turnovers have been the big key. 3rd down efficiency, another key too, defensively. So offense has its issues. It's holding on to the football, and defense giving up the big 3rd down plays. And here's another 3rd down. They're 5 of 9. It's 3rd down and 3. Down to the Lion 29-yard line. Ball left hash. Graham still out there at quarterback. Carter Putt, the starter, was hurt just a moment ago. Not sure of his status for the rest of the game. Twin receivers to the right. High snap. They fake the give. He rolls to his right, evading a sack. Gets to the numbers at the 30, and he's going to be hit down to the 28-yard line as he's hit from behind. And EMCC comes up big on 3rd down, but will they go for it on 4th down? Lee Kova will come up and make the big hit.
They're going to have a different quarterback because he lost his helmet.
Yeah, and coming out onto the field now
Max
Favre out of Bay St. Louis, Mississippi. I wonder if he's related.
Nephew?
He's got to be. So out of Bay St. Louis.
Wearing 4.
Yeah, he's wearing 4. Max Farr going to try to do his relative proud as he will clap his hand to the shotgun. This is his opportunity. 4th down and 1.5. And now a timeout called. And so timeout. So poor Max Farr, he got to come out and line up.
He won't get
a
credit
few
for
photographs. No, few photographs. And then he's going to clap his hands a couple of times. So he's credited with a play, even though a play is not. That is interesting. We're going to keep it here with 2:19 to go in the second. 2:19 to go here in this second quarter for EMCC to wake up. What do they need here? Obviously, on defense, they need a stop and to give the offensive ball back with a little energy to score before half.
Absolutely, Jason. As you said, they've got to have a stop right here, and then they've got to get things going offensively. They have struggled since the opening drive. Just haven't put together. Turnovers have been a nightmare. They've had some good drives, but it stalls when you turn the ball over, and it affects your psyche, if you will, when you keep turning the football over.
The interesting thing, too, that a lot of people look at when you look at turnovers is, well, did it hurt you as far as giving up points? Well, it hurts you regardless because you don't have an opportunity to put points on the board, and that's what's hurt EMCC, and they've been driving, and they've coughed the ball up in Northeast territory.
And it gives the opposing team a mind game there, which they take some momentum from.
JT Moore in the shotgun with a Wildcat formation, and they're going to bottle him up. He's not going to go anywhere. He gets to the line of scrimmage, and he is absolutely stuffed. Big-time play for EMCC. Coming out to lead the charge for the Lions is Elijah Davis, big number 95. He just plugged up that middle, Chris Coleman, and there was nowhere for JT Moore to go.
Yeah, he took up a ton of space right there, guys, and he was just able to hold them. They didn't go a bit from the line of scrimmage, so may even lost a bit of it.
Hey, let me ask you. Trivia, guys. When's the last time you've seen a team on any level play 4 different quarterbacks?
We'd have to think about that one. Here's the first down snap for Jones, and he'll fire it near side between the numbers and the sideline, and making the grab is going to be Kevin Barnett, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds here around the 40-yard line, so that's a big gain of about 12 yards on the play. And it's going to be a first down for EMCC. And what did I say? They got a big stop. They've got 2 minutes on the clock. It's rolling now, but they have a chance. They're 60 yards away. Jones surveys the field, throws it over the middle, and he throws it underneath, and it's caught by Barnett as he was going from near side to far. And he'll move upfield to the 47-yard line, knocked off his feet by Carter Bonds. Gain of 7, 2nd and 3. Jones looks to the near sideline. They're going to go hurry up with 1:37 and counting here in the first half. Can't tell of how many timeouts they have left. I don't think EMCC has called one. Maybe one. Yeah, they have 2 left. Jones throws it over the middle. Caught between the numbers and the hash at the 40-yard line of Northeast. And that is going to be Duke Miller is going to make the reception. Stephen Edwards will knock him off his feet. EMCC in business down to the 37-yard line. Gain of 16 yards. Down to the 37 of Northeast. Jones surveys the field, now throws it over the middle, and it is caught by Barnett again. He is going to race down to the 30-yard line between the hashes. That's John Terrius Henderson, I beg your pardon, 4, not 5. Willie Latham, the third, will tackle him down around the 31. 1 minute to go here in the first half. EMCC already down to the 31 of Northeast, but they kind of have to hurry here. That clock has really been ticking fast. 53, now 52. Here's the snap to Jones from the 31. Ball left hash. Fires it near side looking for Barnett, and he is going to be interfered with and no flag. Goodness gracious. Barnett was being pulled out of bounds. I agree. It's in his hands.
Good back shoulder throw right there. Barnett come back for it. He was being pulled, but, however, it still hit him right there in the 5.
Marcus Rule will be in on defense, and that's going to bring up now a 3rd down. 4 situation for EMCC with 47 ticks on the clock in the second quarter. Jones will look near sideline to get the play. Twin receivers either side. Slot receivers John Terrius Henderson here on the near hash. Ball placed middle of the field at the 31-yard line. So on 3rd down, Jones back to pass, steps up in the pocket, and now he's going to run it, cuts down the hash at the 25. It's first down and more inside the 20, and he's going to be rolled down around the 16. Nice scramble and run for Jamari Jones, and they're going to place it down at the 16-yard line.
35 seconds and counting.
Tristan Newsom will make the tackle. Jamari Jones good for 15 yards there. Now under 30 seconds. 27, 26. EMCC down to the 16 of Northeast. They'll bring a man in motion. That's Aka from right to left. There'll be trips. Wide side of the field, near side. The snap from the 16 of the Tigers. Surveying the field. Pumping. Now rolling to the near side and firing it out of bounds is Jamari Jones. That'll stop the clock with 11 seconds to go. And the ball at the 16 and 2nd and 10. It's not necessarily down in distance. It's getting into that end zone because there's just 11 seconds to go here.
Well, you took a lot of time out there getting lined up, and then you send a guy in motion, and you're trying to go in a hurry here. So it's one of those things. But timeout called.
And we're going to keep it here. Coming up in a moment, we'll go to Chris Coleman for thoughts from Buddy Stevens from the first half. So EMCC, they're checking with us, the coaches in the box near side, to see how many timeouts they have left. The down in distance and quarter and timeouts are not working on the EMCC scoreboard. The score and clock, though, praise the Lord, is working. It's 9-7 Northeast. Haven't given the score in a while. Need to let you know what's going on in case you're just tuning in. Northeast leading by 2, but EMCC's down to their 16-yard line to our left with 11 seconds to go here in the first half. So EMCC just called their second timeout. They've got one remaining, which is key because there's 11 seconds to go. Wide side of the field is near side. Miles Hobson will be the lone receiver. He's going to be isolated. Well, Marcus Rule trips short side of the field to the right. Jones with a shotgun snap. You see, but I think the glaring thing has been the turnovers, as you mentioned, because that's kept EMCC from getting into the end zone and on the scoreboard. 9-7 is our score. When we return, we're going to, in 2 minutes, have SEC update, and then after SEC update, we'll have another 2-minute break, and we'll come back and update you on the scores that we have going on around the country. As we bring you back here in just a few minutes with SEC update, it's homecoming. EMCC trails at the half, 9-7 to Northeast. This is the EMCC Football Network. Cadence as they're making their way off the field. We didn't get to hear from Buddy Stevens, Chris, but it doesn't really take a rocket scientist to figure out some of the things that he probably would have said about the first half. We talked about third down efficiency defensively for EMCC was a problem area, and also pass defense there, especially on third down, and then the turnovers, 4 of them in the first half. Your thoughts on what EMCC needs to do to adjust here in the second half they're in the game, but to go out and take the lead and win the game?
Yeah, Jason, I mentioned it there before the game, keys to the game, how the defense needs to keep on rolling the way they have in the beginning of the season. And, we just did not see that from them the first half. As you mentioned there, the turnovers were a killer, and Glenn mentioned that in his pregame keys to the game as well. And so, that was definitely talked about at halftime, and, as they come out, they'll have a different mindset, I'm sure, just from listening to what went on in that locker room at halftime.
Yeah. All right, Glenn, kind of piggybacking a little bit of what Chris said, we discussed it a little bit at the half just a moment ago. Your thoughts for EMCC, and I think too it starts with body language with this team coming out, because the body language has not been good on both sides of the ball and even in special teams.
Yeah, short memory. You've got to forget the first half. There's nothing you can do to change what has happened in the past. You can only look forward, and now you got to do you. You got to quit turning the football over, and just play. I mean, that's plain and simple. Defensively, you're playing. Defense has kept you in this thing because you've turned it over 4 times and only give up 3 points against the defense. So, offense has got to get rolling and quit turning the football over.
Yeah. Want the fastest updates on what's going on with East Mississippi Athletics? Follow our EMCC Athletics social media accounts on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Periscope. You can also check out the institutional accounts on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And by the way, we were told by Gavin Gilbert, our statistician, who is our eyes a lot of times on what's going on out on the field, because we can only see so much. But he was mentioning that Max Farr has a jersey number 4, but his helmet has number 5 on either side of it. So he does not have a helmet, and that's quite interesting.
Yeah, Gavin picks up on everything.
Everything.
And I think the statement was made, let's just pray they got their mouthpieces right.
Yeah. So receiving the second half kickoff is going to be Northeast. So Peyton Rogers is going to kick this one off across the way I'm used to it. It doesn't even bother me anymore.
They're shooting at us.
Montrell Boykins is going to be over on the far hash inside the 5, and they're going to kick it high end over end. It's going to come to the guy that I did not get to just a moment ago on the near side, across 5, 10, 15, and he's across the 20, middle of the field, goes to the far hash of the 25, and that is Kai Holliday. Of course, Kai Holliday, a fantastic quarterback for Tupelo Christian Prep. Tony Washington is the one that got Northeast on the board first with that pick 6. We'll see if offense for Northeast can come out here and get down the field and put some points on the board. They did with the field goal in the first quarter, in the waning minutes of the first quarter. So back out at quarterback is A.C. Graham. Gary Banks is going to be flanked off to his right with trips wide side of the field. They'll snap it from about the 24-yard line, and he's going to get a yard. This Banks, as he goes up the middle, up to about the 25, and making the tackle is going to be Kason Boston for EMCC, and the Lions will stop him after a yard gain. And, so much, obviously, EMCC did to hurt themselves, but I felt like Northeast, too, offensively kind of dictated the pace and tempo of this game.
Yeah, absolutely. And go ahead, Jason. We'll let you call this play.
We'll come back to you. It's second down and 9 after the yard gain for Banks. Same formation as last. Graham's looking to the far sideline. So obviously they're going to have to go without Carter Putt, it looks like, here in the second half. Clapping his hands as Graham's. He'll finally snap it as 0 comes up on the play clock, and they screen it near side out across 25 to Banks, across the 30, and he's going to be tackled out up across the 32. And so Jeremy Mack Jr. is going to knock him off his feet. That's Cam Coleman, I beg your pardon, who caught it on the near side. He was the slot receiver. And Glenn, you were talking just a moment ago and answered my question about the pace of play.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it goes second half with a different quarterback, with Putt seeming to be out of the mix. Now, that may change the play calling a little bit. Graham's more mobile. Putt was more of the game manager type thing. But let's see what Graham brings to the table.
Gain of 7 just a moment ago, and now it's a 3rd down and 3 or 2, and EMCC is going to stuff him at the 30. Lee Koba is going to come to lead the charge, and they're going to have to punt this football away. So defense has come out now and set the tone. Can offense hold on to the football and get into the end zone? And I feel like if EMCC can get the lead in this game, it'll be Katie bar the door.
Yeah, it could. It's one of those things. If East Mississippi can start scoring, they'll score in bunches. And,
yes.
And kind of put it away quick, fast, in a hurry. You wanted to see that in the first half, and if you don't turn the football over, that's what you would have saw.
John Ellis-Murrow is going to kick it away, so he'll stand inside his own 20, and then Zach Patterson at the numbers is going to retreat, and he catches it over his shoulder at the 25, and then will step out of bounds around the 29-yard line, so a 4-yard return for Zach Patterson on the near side.
Good punt. 45-yard, 4-yard return. So a net of 41.
So at the 29, that's where EMCC is going to start their own 29, moving from right to left. Here comes the offense out onto the field. Jamari Jones, who threw 2 interceptions, 1 a pick 6 in the first half, needs something to get his confidence going here on this drive. He'll stand in the shotgun. Perryman's going to be flanked off his right shoulder, moving from right to left. 12:46. Clock stopped in the 3rd quarter. First possession of the second half for EMCC. They throw it, screen pass right side, caught by Aka, ball on the ground. Northeast has it at the 33. That is the 5th turnover for EMCC in this first half. For this game. My goodness. Aka's going to fumble it, and it's recovered by Northeast, and it's recovered.
And I don't know that he wasn't down, but either way, hang on to it and leave no doubt. As Northeast is going to have phenomenal field position. Ball will be on the 33-yard line of East Mississippi, and they'll come off from the sideline with 3 wide receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. Quarterback will be in the shotgun, has his running back standing to his right.
Carter Bonds will fall on that football on the fumble by Aka, and they hand it off. No, and pulling it from the belly is Graham. Graham comes to the hash, near side, goes down the hash inside the 30. He's going to get down to the 26-yard line. And that's a big gain on first down.
He lost his helmet, so Farver is going to have to come back into the ball game.
This has been a weird situation, the quarterback situation here for Northeast. So here comes Max Farver wearing helmet number 5, jersey number 4. Shouldn't that be some sort of equipment penalty?
I don't know. That was earlier.
And I'm looking through my binoculars, and no, he still has a number 5 on the side of his helmet.
Yeah.
Ball placed on the near hash of the 26. He'll snap it, play action, throws it, screen pass near side. It's caught, getting inside the 25 down to the 24 is going to be Montrell Boykins. So Boykins with the screen pass, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down and inches. I thought he was close to the first down. He's got to get just inside the 24. So it's 3rd down and inches, making the tackle Jamori Evans for EMCC.
They're going to keep Favre in there. He comes off the bench cold turkey, completes a pass. Now he's got a 3rd down play ahead.
He's in the shotgun. 10 on the play clock. EMCC's trying to shuffle some guys on that defensive front. They're going to go with a 4-man front on this 3rd and inches. Here's the snap for the EMCC 24. They give it up the middle, and rumbling up the middle inside the 20 between the tackles, big number 24. That is Goldman Butler, the freshman running back. He'll get the first down. Joshua Short will knock him off his feet. Northeast up 9-7. The reason why it's such a low score is EMCC has just not been able to hold on to the football. Favre in the shotgun will take the snap, gives it to Butler, goes around the left side, and the black jerseys are going to stuff him, and he's going to lose some yardage. Now they're going to say he got back to the line of scrimmage, which is the 18.
They pull him forward about 7 yards after that, but forward progress was stopped at the original line of scrimmage. So they'll spot it 2nd down and 10 from the 18-yard line in between the hashes.
Casey Boston leads away to make the tackle there for EMCC. 10:39 on the clock in the 3rd quarter. It's a 2-point deficit for the Lions, 9-7. Northeast on top. Ball middle of the field at the 18. Max Favre's going to stay out there, and I heard somebody yell out, "Watch the pass," in the crowd, and we have yet to see Dylan Favre. I say Dylan, that's relative of his at quarterback for Pearl River, throwing it on the left side, and it is caught. That's his first pass attempt. Max Favre, as he gets it inside the 10 at the 9. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and short. Dallas Payne will make the reception, and Kel Williams will push him out of bounds inside the 10.
Big 3rd down right
Third
here.
2.
And I would assume 4-down territory.
Yeah. They need touchdowns, not field goals, because of EMCC's offense. If they could hold on to the ball, I feel like they would have more points. So they say he went out of bounds around the 10, not the 9, so it's 3rd and 2. They've got to get to the 8 for a first down. Favre still out there, shouts out instructions to his offensive line. Snap on 3rd down from the EMCC 10, and he throws it towards the end zone, overthrows his intended receiver who was backing up and fell down. That's Cam Coleman. So it's going to bring up a 4th down, and it looks like they're going to kick it. They're going to bring John Ellis Murrah out there, who has hit a 41-yarder in this game. That was back with 2:35 to go in the first quarter. And that's the last time we have seen a score in this game, Glenn.
Yeah, it's it's one of those rock you to sleep type of games, low scoring.
So a 24-yard attempt. 27, I beg your pardon, from the 10. They snap it back. Here's the kick. John Murrah Ellis is going to put it through the uprights. He has 2 field goals, a 41-yarder and a 27-yarder. That one kicked from the left hash. It's 12-7. On top is Northeast. And you still have to feel good if you're EMCC, Glenn, because they're still in this one.
Yeah, you're only down a possession.
And with 5 turnovers, you can't ask for anything better than that. Back in 30 seconds. This is the EMCC Football Network. Men's women's basketball teams will be hitting the court for season and single game tickets. Call 662-476-5000 and order yours today. 7 plays, 23 yards, 3:07 off the clock, capped by a 27-yard field goal by John Ellis Murrah. Kicking from the 35 from the left hash. It's high end over end. John Ellis Murrah gets it up there, and it's going to be taken by Patterson inside the 10. At the numbers of the 20, 25, 30. Has a big hole out across 35, 40, and he's going to be knocked down from behind at the 48-yard line. He was hit at the 45, falls forward for 3 yards. But a penalty marker lies at the 34-yard line across the way. It's Jamori Evans.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be a block in the back, but probably a hold. Let's go down to Chris on the sideline. Chris, what you got?
Glenn, it will be a hold. It'll be on number 15 there for EMCC, so be a hold on them, and so back them up.
Javian Gibson Holmes makes the tackle there.
Joshua Short, the guilty party on the hold there, Jason.
So EMCC making another mental mistake, but has the ball at the 24, their own 24, 1st and 10 inside handoff, and his mouthpiece goes swinging as he takes it up the middle. That's going to be Monte Spivey. Gain of 1 up to the 25. Stephen McLaughn's going to make the tackle for Northeast.
Got an injured Tiger on the field.
And Chris, I don't know if you can help us with that. We can't see.
Guys, it's going to be number 9. I believe that's going to be
Reginald
Hughes. Yeah, number 9 for the Tigers still down.
All right, thank you, Chris. So with that injury timeout, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the EMCC Football Network.
You're listening to Lion Football on the EMCC Radio Network, WFCA 107.9 FM in French Camp, Supertalk 103.3 FM in Meridian, and WGTC 92.7 FM in Mayhew.
Second down and 9 from the 25 as we welcome you back to Sullivan Wyndham Field. 12-7, Northeast with the lead, EMCC with the ball. 8:47 to go in the third quarter. In the shotgun is Jones. Great protection. Throws it underneath the Barnett on the crossing route. He catches it. The number's at the 30, and he's going to go out of bounds in the neighborhood of the 35-yard line. That's going to be enough for a first down to move the chains. Knocking him out of bounds, Stephen Edwards. And now we have another injury timeout. It's a Northeast Tiger at the 29-yard line at the numbers.
Maybe cramping, looks like.
We're going to keep it here because you never know when they're going to jump up and run to the sideline and they're ready to run a play.
Number 30 for Northeast, that's Carter Bonds.
Yeah, he's been a tackle machine for them here in this game.
Yeah, and I wondered, in the second half if cramping might be an issue with the heat today, as well as, there's, as he's wandering off the field, and I think that's what it was.
He's fine.
Yeah, cramping going on.
Well, to recap for you, it's been 2 field goals and a pick six, a missed PAT for Northeast. That's why they're up 12-7. EMCC with the opening drive, touchdown, a 3-yard run for Zias Perryman. They haven't been able to get on the board since. There was no score in the second quarter, but we've had a 27-yard field goal here in the third for Northeast. John Ellis Murrah. First down, 10 to go from their own 35. Ball right hash for Jones and EMCC. He's just dancing, fires it deep down the numbers on the far side, and diving catch inside the 30 for EMCC. And that's Duke Miller.
And that's what we needed right there is we've gone empty backfield twice, and each time that we've gone empty backfield, they've just put 3 down linemen, and they're dropping the rest of the field there.
And it's an outside handoff to Spivey, and he gets inside the 15, inside the 10, and just dragging folks to the 6-yard line. Zias Perryman with a huge run up the middle, and I'm not certain why the cannon went off just a moment ago, but Keyshawn Cobb will make the tackle. EMCC going on a NASCAR pace. They're ready to snap it. First and goal from the 6. They leave it with Perryman. He goes straight up the middle, and he is going to be hit hard and dropped by 2 gold jerseys at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
We kind of got lucky right there. We tried to go that NASCAR pace, as you said, Jason, and we barely got set in time to avoid the false start.
Willie Latham.
Second down and goal. Go ahead.
Willie Latham with the tackle, and Marion Howard is going to be your tailback, flanked off the right shoulder of Jones. Now he's off the left shoulder as he shifts. Trips wide side of the field, near side, the snap from the 6. They leave it with Howard, goes around the right side, staying on his feet, down to the 2-yard line, maybe the 1. They're going to give him the 1. So that's going to be a nice run of 5 yards for Marion Howard. Tony Washington will trip him up just shy of the goal line.
Now, this is a big play right here. It's 3rd down. Obviously, we're going to be 4-down territory, no doubt about it. But the thing is, you don't want to lose ground. Let's keep going forward right here and punch it in the end zone.
And no yellow hankies. Howard still out there to the left of Jones. He'll take the snap, leaves it with Howard, goes straight up the middle. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, EMCC. The second rushing touchdown of this game. Amarian Howard gets it. And Howard will get his second touchdown on the ground this season, and it's from 1 yard out. We'll await the PAT. Josh Hamill snap it. Damon Stewart will hold. Peyton Rogers will attempt. EMCC is up by 1, 13-12, 6:46 to go in the third. Stewart will call for it. It's a low snap picked up by Stewart. The kick is through the uprights. Good. Boy, I tell you what, that was a bad snap by him, but Damon Stewart deserves credit for that one as he corralled it and was able to get it in place just in time. And the Lions are up 2, 14-12, and it's their second lead of the game, and that came with just 2 minutes off the clock in the first quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is the EMCC Football Network. Play 76 yards, 2:37 off the clock, Glenn. That's what EMCC needed to do. They needed to get their offense in rhythm. They took care of the ball. No penalty Markers, while the offense was out there, got one on special teams, is going to skip up to the return man, Kai Holiday. Gets down across the 15-20, goes around left side at the hash, and he's still on his feet around the 25, and they finally corral him there, and that's where Northeast will have ball possession. Their own 26, they're going to say the ball move forward across the 25, so Gentaria Hudson's going to make the tackle for the Lions. 6:37 to go here in the third quarter. EMCC with the first lead since, 12-17 on the clock.
Yeah, maybe that was the spark this offense needed. And now East Mississippi defense comes back out, who's played very well for the majority of the day.
Facing a three-man front, Lang standing up upright, the rush in on the right side. They're going to stay with Max Favre out there, and their tailback is going to be Gary Banks the second. Yeah, it's got to be a delay of game there, and so that's going to back up 5 yards. Northeast can ill afford to have these pre-snap penalties. And, Chris, I think the mood has just picked up a little bit on that near sideline.
Oh, yeah, the attitude and the enthusiasm and the crowd has even gotten into it a little more now. So, yeah, it's picked up over here on the EMCC sideline. So you saw the movement and how quick they were moving earlier, and I think that's going to be the theme you'll see this second half.
Thank you, Chris. You know, we call Scooba Titletown, but it was Sleepy Town in the first half, and certainly understand why. Trips wide side of the field, near side. Favre will take the snap. He drops back to pass, steps up in the pocket, fires it left sideline, a little high, but his man Dallas Payne's going to pull it down around the 34. Great catch by Payne with a high pass as he walks out of bounds.
Payne, the other 6'4", 210 wide receiver on the other side for Northeast.
Jamari Evans is going to force him out of bounds across the way at the 34, gain of 8 on the play, 2nd and 2, or 14, I beg your pardon. And now moving around the left side is going to be Banks. Does he have enough for the first down? Yeah. Yes, he does. They're going to move the chains. Keyshawn Lawrence will make the tackle for the red and black. Spot of the football is the 37-yard line, 1st and 10, their own 37 for Northeast. They trail by 2, 14-12. 5:53 to go in the third quarter. And they're going to try to run as much time off the clock here because they feel like the game is still in their hands. Here's the snap to Favre, back to pass, and does not have pressure. Finally fires it over the middle, and it's low and wide of the intended receiver at the numbers at the 45-yard line. He was looking for Payne again. Certainly understand why. He's an athletic receiver that can pull just about anything down, but couldn't grab that one that just went wide and low of it. So 2nd and 10. Marva's going to clap his hands a couple of times, has trips right. Single receiver left. Ball on the left hash, moving left to right. Clock stopped with 5:40 to go in the third quarter. It's 14-12. Lions on top of the Tigers of Northeast. Took their first lead since the first drive of the game. Joe break screen. They float it left side. It is caught and going for the first down and more across midfield. And getting inside Lion territory. That's Caden Betts. Keyshawn Lawrence will force him out of bounds, and Glenn Betts just got lost over there out in the flat on the left side.
Yeah, just a good play call on that down and distance that caught East Mississippi off guard.
I'm going to say he stepped out of bounds at the Lion 49-yard line, so a yard inside plus territory for Northeast. 4-man front for EMCC. Trips wide side of the field, near side. Favre shouts out his instructions with 5:05 to go in the third. They snap it. They fake it to Betts. They throw it on the slant, and it is caught inside the 40. First down and more inside the 35. And corralled inside the 35 down to around the 32. And making the reception is Kylan Garrett. Garrett with a huge reception of 17 yards. And the passing game's just been on point. As Jamari Evans will tackle him there. They're ready to snap it. They go up tempo on 1st and 10. They leave it with Betts left side. Breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle. First down and more as he goes down the far sideline inside the 15. And now all of a sudden, well, we have a penalty flag. Lee Koba is going to make the tackle. And I don't think they were set, were they,
I didn't
Chris?
think they were either.
It didn't look like they were, guys, and I think that's what the call is going to be. And they showed that they were still unsure that before it was ever snapped. So I don't think they were set. They're talking about it there at midfield, officials are. So we'll wait on that call, but it didn't look like they were set.
Yeah, they're going to talk about it. We'll get the call from Brian Burrill here in just a moment. They're standing around the 35 to our right, which is in EMCC territory. 4:40, clock stopped in the third quarter, 14-12. EMCC on top of Northeast. Has some momentum. And let's see what he's going to call here. It's taking him forever.
Holding.
They're going to call a hold.
Offense.
Yeah.
On the left.
Well, that's even better than not being set. It's a 10-yard penalty.
Interference.
Also got a sideline interference warning there, guys. Going to be on the defense, so that'd be on the EMCC on that.
Yeah, but that's just a warning.
Just a warning, yeah.
Okay, well. So we'll see where they're going to mark the penalty yards off.
What?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Well, that's the wrong way. Where are they going? Oh, no, they went the wrong way on marking off the penalty yards. That's a hold on the offense.
It said holding on the offense was what.
What are you doing, guys?
That was the call, was holding on the offense is how they signaled that.
And now Buddy Stevens wants an explanation. I don't blame you. Wait a minute. He's not spirited, so guess it was a hold on the defense. So first down, 10 to go. Inside the 20-yard line, so in the red zone is Northeast. My goodness. Ball on the left hash.
I'm going to say the white hat just messed up on the explanation.
I think so. Screen pass to the left side, and it is caught by Payne. He's going to hop out of bounds somewhere around the 10 or 9-yard line. Now we have another penalty flag, and jumping up and down is Cam McCullum in frustration, and that's going to be on Cam, obviously, by his indication. And he is very frustrated across the way, and the Northeast fans are coming to their feet across the way.
That happened on that far side, guys, and the EMCC guys were in the way, so I didn't exactly see what was happening, but I did see him jumping up and down, so y'all have it better on that. It's a personal foul on the defense.
Dead ball foul, and now Buddy Stevens is calling his whole team over around the 35-yard line. And, Chris, let's go away from that huddle while you have a hot mic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's pause 30 seconds as East Mississippi has called a timeout. We'll take it with them. This is the EMCC Football Network. Holding on to the lead for now, but Northeast has all the momentum. EMCC has not helped itself with a couple of penalties on the last two plays.
Guys,
the last one being a dead ball foul on Cam McCullum for a personal foul. Chris?
I got a quick explanation on that, the spotting of that penalty just a second ago. Talked with the referee. Said they marked it off 10 for the hold and then 15 for the sideline interference.
Okay,
so.
That makes sense. But we thought that was
the interference on the home? The play went away from our sideline. It was on the other sideline.
Figure it out after this play because Max Favre's already clapping his hands as they have the ball down to the 6-yard line and they go around the left side. Another yellow hanky comes flying as EMCC is going to stuff him. We'll see if this is going to be a hold. Making the tackle, Trey Lang for EMCC.
You guys see my point there.
Yeah,
if you're calling sideline interference on us, the play was they ran an outside zone on the far side as you hear the holding penalty going against Northeast. So that's my only question.
You're right. It doesn't make sense why there would be sideline interference other than just some guys on the field, and they didn't like it for EMCC. And I guess by rule, if you're out on the field, that's what it's considered, sideline interference. And I did not do math in my head to figure that up. So, Chris, we thank you for getting that explanation. Me doing math in my head is dangerous anytime. So they're going to spot the football out at the 16-yard line after the holding penalty at the 6. And this is a goal-to-go situation. First and goal from the EMCC 16-yard line. Max Favre's in the shotgun. Will take the snap, goes back to pass, and it's a fade pattern left side, and it's knocked away, and a penalty flag flies. So that's going to be face guarded. No. That's what they're going to call. Chris, correct me if I'm wrong. They're going to get face guarding here?
That's exactly what they're going to get, Jason. That'll be the call. And the ref reached down to throw his flag out. I think he threw his beanbag out first, but then he grabbed his flag, and so that's exactly what it'll be.
All right, so he threw the beanbag instead of the flag at first is the explanation.
He ran out of things to throw.
Jamari Evans is going to be on defense, and it's going to be Jamari Evans is going to pick up the penalty. And EMCC, ever since the ball crossed the 50-yard line, they have just made penalty after penalty after penalty. And that's what this game has been littered by. And I know Buddy Stevens has just got to be, he's remaining calm visually, but just livid inside the way his team
Well, it's
has
one of
not
those
executed.
things. Defense is hanging on the best they can right now, but we got to get things going offensively.
Yeah. First and goal to go from the 3-yard line.
out.
Ball on the left hash. Favre in the shotgun. Twins left, single receiver right side. Here's the snap. They fake the give. Rolling right is Favre. Looks to the end zone, fires it to the end zone, and he throws it out wide and in front of his intended receiver. And that's big 24 Goldman Butler's freshman running back. He's 6 foot 230 out of Biggersville, Mississippi. Of course, winning a state championship a season ago in Class 1A. And that's going to bring up a second and goal to go from the 3. You like the play call there? Because, I mean, I know some people are like, why aren't you running the football? But if he throws that ball a little more accurately, they have 6.
Oh, yeah. He was open. He just missed his guy.
So second and goal to go from the 6.
I saw the same play last night on 4th and goal, but it was deflected.
Okay, yeah. Saw the video of that. Snap from the 3. They leave it on the inside give.
That's why they didn't run it earlier.
And that's exactly why they didn't run it. Then push back to the 5-yard line. That's going to be a loss of 2. And that's Tam Patterson. And it's Elijah Davis who led the charge. And this EMCC crowd is fired up after that one. With 3:16 to go in the 3rd, it's 14-12. EMCC clinging for now to the 2-point lead. So it's 3rd and goal from the 5. Put an asterisk by that play because that could have been the big one that disrupts.
I'm really surprised they hadn't tried to throw the fade again back on this side.
So Favre a couple of times barks out a cadence. Will look back to the far sideline. Throws his hands out like I don't know what you're calling. Shouts out some instructions to his offense and now has to call a timeout as the play clock was about to expire. And as it expired, he called the timeout. And so they've got the football placed on the 4, in between the 4 and 5-yard line. So with 2:49 to go in the 3rd, back at 30, it's a 3rd down and goal situation from the Lion 4 for Northeast. This is the EMCC Football Network. Shooting itself in the foot with 5 turnovers. They've had some costly penalties. Northeast with 2 field goals and a pick 6. And that's why they have 12 points on the board. EMCC with 2 rushing touchdowns, and now it's just inside the 5. It's 3rd down and goal to go for Northeast at the Lion. 4.5. Favre looks back to the far sideline. 4-man front for EMCC. They bring a man in motion from left to right. Ball on the far hash. And it's a fade pattern towards the side of the end zone, left side, and they throw another pass interference flag, and Dallas Payne celebrates. And these defensive backs are growing ever more frustrated.
Well, they got to get their head around at the last second.
And that may be the call.
Chris, did you have a better look at it?
I really didn't, guys, but it will be pass interference.
Sure.
It's called for sure, but I couldn't tell the way he was covering if he was able to turn or not.
It was on the far side of the end zone.
They're going to bring J.T. Moore back in at quarterback right here and go with
the Wildcat.
Their version of the Wildcat.
J.T. Moore's a big one. He's 6'3", 210 out of Shelby, Mississippi. Played at Northside High School. He's going to be in the shotgun. Patterson's flanked off to his right, twin receivers to the left. First and goal to go from the 2, and they'll snap it to him. He goes around the left side. He's hit and stuffed. He gets down to the 1-yard line. So a gain of 1. It'll bring up now 2nd and goal from the 1. Brandon Larry leads the charge. He gets his shoulder pad square and pops him and stomps him around the 1. 2:26 and counting to go in the 3rd quarter. Lions trying to defend that south end zone. Northeast trying to regain the lead. 14-12, EMCC on top. Moore, shotgun snap. This time goes around the right side, and they're going to keep him from the end zone, at least initially. Does he get in? Yeah, touchdown. Second effort got him in. I thought they had his momentum stopped, guys, and he keeps his legs churning, and he gets in from 1 yard out on the right side, and Northeast has regained the lead. It's 18-14 pending the PAT.
For a 2-yard rushing touchdown.
Yeah, you knew what was coming. He's so big and physical. It's one of those things you probably just lock up man-to-man across the board and bring the house to try to get to him in the backfield before he can get those big legs churning. However, he was able to get behind those linemen and sneak in. And now Northeast is taking the lead back, 18-14, pending the extra point.
John Ellis Murrah will attempt it. Snap is back. Hold is good. Is the kick good? Yes. And it's now 19-14. Northeast on top with 2:10 to go in the 3rd quarter. This has been one of those games where if you've listened without hearing the score, you think EMCC is down big. They're not. They're down 19-14 with a chance on offense when we return. Back in 30 seconds. This is the EMCC Football Network.
Cascade Holdings, a Stella Jones company, is focused on continuing research on the most effective ways to treat and preserve wood products. And there's a major commitment on the infrastructure of wind power. They're always looking for ways to enhance the style and quality of outdoor projects. McFarland Cascade Holdings, a Stella Jones company, located
off the clock, capped by a 1-yard touchdown run for J.T. Moore. Around the right side, PAT good by John Ellis Murrah, and it's 19-14. Northeast on top of EMCC, and just too many penalties by EMCC on that last defensive series.
Yeah, they just were snake bit by the penalties.
So kicking it from left to right from the 35, it's high end over in. It goes past Callaway. Oh, and bounces at the 1, and he has to take it. And he's coming near side as he reverses his field to the 10, 15, goes up the hash at the 20. And gets out around the 21, so it's a 20-yard return for number 20, Kadarius Callaway. Kevin Nelson will knock him off his feet. And with 2:02 to go in the 3rd quarter, EMCC will start from their own 21-yard line. So I guess just rip a page off the last offensive possession, go a little NASCAR, kind of mix a little run and pass, and they had the big pass play. Well, that's the big thing, and they did that. So I guess they did that on the last possession.
You hang on to it, you can finish the drive.
Just EMCC has been so uncharacteristic of taking care of the ball. Trips wide side of the field to the right. Inside handoff to Perriman, and he's going to be tripped up from behind, and he doesn't get much. Gets a yard up to the 22. Zias Perriman with a 1-yard gain. Willie Latham III is going to trip him up from behind, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and 9. Lions trail 19-14. 1:44 in counting to go in the 3rd quarter. Jamari Jones to the shotgun. We'll have Perriman off to his right. Wide side of the field to the right with trip receivers. Play action. Rolling to the right is Jones. Steps up and fires it across the middle. Zach Patterson at the hash. Near side at the 36 will slide down and catch it. And that's enough for a 1st down. Zach Patterson with another 1st down reception. And they're going to say he got up to the 37. Gain of 15. Knocked off his feet by Stephen Edwards. He slid down. Stephen Edwards touched
what they're
him.
talking about right here. Is there a penalty flag?
I don't see a penalty flag. Let's get Chris involved, but Northeast is clapping. I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah, never did throw a flag out, guys, to call a penalty, but they immediately after that play was over, they wanted to discuss something, so they called a meeting on the field, and they're out there now.
Well, they're still saying 1st down.
Sideline.
Another sideline infraction. There is a flag over here now next to Buddy Stevens. So
I see it now. Buddy Stevens pretty upset, understandably.
And he's asking who it's on.
Yeah.
And they want.
Chris don't get a sideline penalty now.
Not
The
on
rest
me.
is out of the way.
It's not on me for sure.
Well, it's going to back EMCC up to the 21. It's still a first down, but it's going to back them up 10 yards. Well, 15 yards. Wow, that's the second sideline infraction on EMCC.
Well, he hadn't got to throw his flag much today, guys, so he's trying to play catch-up.
Stepping up the pocket, firing it deep over the middle, and it's intercepted. The 6th turnover today for EMCC. Going across the 40, inside the 35, and pushed out of bounds inside the 30. And that is going to be Keyshawn Cobb, the sophomore for Northeast. Duke Miller was the intended receiver. So
and
pushing him out of bounds is going to be Quay Shorty.
The frustrations continue to build.
Yeah, 1:07 to go in the third quarter, and this is EMCC down 19-14. Here's the problem now. Northeast could really put some pressure on you getting in the end zone here.
And guys waiting on the call on this other penalty. There's another flag.
Another
thrown
penalty.
back. Yep.
My goodness gracious alive. This has been the ugliest game I've seen EMCC play in a long, long time.
It will be a hold. That's what I was
Oh,
thinking
there
it
we go.
might be, but it's going to be on the Tigers.
Okay, so it's going to be on Northeast, and that's big, guys, because they had it inside the 30. Defense is going to have to try to find some takeaways themselves and help the offense out a little bit. That's the third interception thrown by Jamari Jones. He had 3 coming in. He has 6 now in the season.
6 turnovers today?
6, yeah. 3 interceptions and 3 fumbles.
Wow.
Anyway, I may have to check that to see if I'm right from our statistician, Gavin Gilbert. Yeah, well, 6 turnovers, but 3 interceptions, 3 fumbles. Okay, I'm correct. So Northeast, after the penalty yardage, it all happened around the 30. They're going to mark it off back to the Lions 40. Still great field position, though. Play action, screen pass, near side, caught 40-yard line, going inside the 40 down to the 36-yard line. That is Cam Coleman. Cam Coleman with the screen pass reception. He gains about 4 on the play, so it'll bring up now a 2nd down and 6. Jeremy Mack Jr. will knock him off his feet and make the tackle for the Lions. We're under a minute to play in the third quarter. 2nd and 6. Trips wide side of the field to the left for Northeast. They're going to stick with Max Farr. He's back out there, threw a pass complete on the screen pass a moment ago. This time he's going to leave it on the ground. Coming around right side is a hole inside the 30.
Fumble.
Fumbles the ball, and there's a scramble for it. Northeast says they have it, but let's see what the officials say. And that is Gary Banks, the ball carrier. And they're going to keep the clock running. It is recovered by Northeast. And I just mentioned that's going to move the chains. First down run for Banks. He fumbled it, but Northeast falls on it.
They won't snap it again.
Fumble recovered by Northeast. 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
That's going to end the third quarter, Jason.
It is. With 1 second, now the buzzer sounds 19-14. All the momentum's on Northeast side. Even though EMCC is well within striking distance, they don't have the momentum right now as Northeast is inside Lion territory with a 1st and 10 down to the 27-yard line. They'll swamp into the field, and we'll take a 30-second timeout. We'll be back. This is the EMCC Football Network. We start the fourth quarter of play. The visitors from Boonville on top, Northeast, with the ball down to the 27-yard line of EMCC with a 1st down. The 6th turnover happened on the last offensive possession for EMCC. And another thing that we've talked about is penalties. 10 penalties for 102 yards. They got, 6 it seems like just a moment ago in that one defensive series that led to a 1-yard touchdown rush by J.T. Moore, the Wildcat quarterback. Now here comes EMCC out defensively. They have got to have some sort of big play to spark this thing. Boy, Northeast is kind of eating them up through the air. And on the ground at times, 30 rushes for 76 yards. They're 20 of 29.
From the 27-yard line, it's 1st and 10
for 168 yards. Farr with a shotgun snap for the 27 play action, throws it on a slant, complete to the 20-yard line. The reception by Montrell Boykins is going to move it just inside the 20 down to the 18-yard line. They're a yard away from a first down. That was on first down, so 2nd and 1. And Darius Smith, defensive back for EMCC, will make the tackle. Millbrae Cuddle with trips left side. Farr in the shotgun will survey the EMCC defense. Now we'll take the snap inside handoff and spinning around the 15, dancing towards the 10. They're going to say went down at the 11. And it's another first down, and that was Gary Banks.
23 Banks on the carry.
Who will carry it. Lee Koba is going to make the tackle. Now we have an injured Lion down on the field. That is Koba. Koba's hurt pretty bad.
First and 10 for the Tigers.
And that, is this a cramp, Glenn? I mean, Koba's pretty spirited out there. It looks like they are going to rub the back of his leg. Now they're going to roll him over on the left side. Whatever it is, he is in obvious pain.
No,
and the trainer's going to
cramp.
Now they're going to help him up. And he's going to kind of hop it off a little bit, and he'll get some assistance coming off. It's it's going to be his left ankle. You're exactly right. EMCC it just seems like it's one of those games where nothing is going right. You keep waiting for it to, but it doesn't. Buddy Stevens is going to come out and help them get Lee Koba off the field. And so now Northeast ready to run a play on first down and 10 to go from the 11 of the Lions, moving towards our left. 14-13 and counting to go in the third quarter. Trips left. Farr in the shotgun. Take the snap. Banks will get the handoff. Go straight up the middle. And there's black jerseys all around him, jumping on him and getting him down at the 8-yard line. So gain of 3. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 7 situation. Making the tackle, Brandon Larry. 2nd and 7. They could get a first down just inside the 1-yard line. Farr in the shotgun, moving right to left. Banks inside handoff again. He's going to fall forward in the pile around the 5-yard line, and that's going to bring up now a 2nd and 4, or 3rd and 4, I beg your pardon. As Kaysen Boston will make another tackle.
With 4 yards to go, it's 3rd down.
So here we go, 3rd down. 4 to go from the EMCC 5. Knocking on the north end zone door. Farr walking up, shouting out instructions to his offensive line. Pistol formation. Banks will be behind him. Farr looks to the far sideline with 13:05 and counting to go in the third quarter. There's 4 seconds, now 3 seconds on the play clock. They'll have to snap it, and they do, and I think they got an early start. Oh my goodness, coming up and making a huge hit is Keyshawn Lawrence for a tackle for loss. Goodness gracious. Keyshawn Lawrence was fired out of a cannon, Glenn.
Yeah, that was a big play right there, and that's what the Lion defense needed right there. Now they've got a 4th down, and they'll bring out the field goal unit from Northeast.
The 3rd attempt, spot of the football is going to be the 9, so it's going to be a loss of 4 on the play. 26-yard attempt coming up, a 41-yarder, 27-yarder has been made by John Ellis Murrah. Snap is back, clean snap, clean hold, block. It's blocked by EMCC, and it's being kicked around the 25. It's out near the 31, and they fall on it. EMCC needed a spark, and they just got it with 12:14 to go in the game, trailing 19-14. That was Kel Williams that came in, stretched out Glenn, and dove into that kick.
Yeah, that was a big play, and that's what we needed. Now we've got to take care of the football on offense here.
To think you've had 6 turnovers.
And you still got a chance.
And you still have a chance. And Northeast is on they've had 4 quarterbacks in this game, and twice it's been in a Wildcat situation, but
It's 1st down.
it's just been the little things you've done to beat yourselves, which has been some big things. Snap for the 31, inside handoff, and trying to bounce it to the outside left side. Once he got touched, he got between the numbers and the hash. That is going to be Tyus Perryman. He's going to gain about 3 on the play, maybe 2.5. Quintavious Lyman will wrap him up. He's just shy of the 34-yard line, so gain of 3, 2nd and 7. Ball on the left hash. Trips wide side of the field, near side. Single receiver, short side left. Jones to the shotgun. It's a 3-man front. Back to pass. He'll roll around the left side. He's got room to run, and he's going to go between the hash and the numbers out across the 40 and 45, and he's going to be brought down around the 48-yard line. First down scramble for Jamari Jones. Marcus Smith will knock him off his feet.
Got to be careful here when you're going 3 and 4 wide. Is Northeast. They're keeping number 7, Cobb, as the free safety, and he's kind of just doing just that.
Inside handoff to Perryman. He's going to go out across midfield, gets inside Tiger territory, down between the 47 and the 46-yard line. They're going to say he goes down at the 46. Tackle.
What I'm saying is with 7, he's kind of playing deep back there, and he's kind of he'll roll from one side to the other, maybe trying to bait Jones again to throw it deep.
Snap from the 46 of Northeast. Pocket collapses. Jones runs it, has real estate between the hash and the numbers again inside the 35. He slides down at the 32. Another first down run for Jamari Jones. Jamari Jones, when he's had some pressure back there, Glenn, has been able to make something out of nothing. 14 yards. Jamarcus Smith will make the tackle.
Yeah, and he does it when they go man free right there. They go man across the board with the free safety. There's nobody to account for Jones.
Snap from the 32. Perryman shakes a tackle, goes down the hash. Ball comes flying up in the air, but Jontarius Henderson is going to grab it at the 22. The crowd just groaned, and then Henderson takes a huge hit that some on the sideline won't target. Jontarius Henderson jumps up in the air to get that ball that went squirting about 15 feet in the air, pulls it down, and he is absolutely crushed around the 22.
Dodged
Chris.
a bullet right there.
Yeah. Whew. Chris, we'll check in with you in a moment. They're ready to go. First down, 10 to go from the 22 of Northeast. 10:21 on the clock. Gets rolling in the fourth quarter. Inside handoff and bouncing it out behind right guard is the ball carrier. And that's going to be
43.
Yeah, that's KJ Lawrence. Yeah, KJ Lawrence, the Starkville product. So Lawrence taken off his feet by Carter Banks. 4-yard gain. 2nd down and 6 inside the 20. Play action. They throw it towards the side of the end zone. And diving catch by Barnett. Touchdown! EMCC from 19 yards out. Wow!
Flag on the play, but I think it's going to be offsides against Northeast. We'll confirm with Coleman on the sideline.
Yeah, guys, that's what it's going to be. Offsides on the Tigers. That penalty will be declined. Be touchdown EMCC.
19 yards out. 20 to 19. The EMCC has regained the lead pending the PAT.
All right, right here, guys, you may have to go to the playbook and see where you're at. 20 to 19, 9:53 to go in the fourth. You may need to think about going for 2
and they are.
Make it a 3-point ball game. Otherwise, a field goal could get you late in the ball game. But now, hopefully, you've got everything, the momentum back on your side. Defense playing with the spark, offense playing with a spark as well. And it won't come down to one possession.
20 to 19, we're going to keep it here. Barnett had to lay out.
We got one timeout left.
Being interfered with inside the 5 once he got to the goal line, Chris, and then somehow got separation and dove for that football. And what a beautiful throw, beautiful diving catch.
He did, Jason. He broke away from the defender there and just leaped sideways and was just able to make that catch, landing in the end zone for a perfect touchdown.
Well, we're in a timeout here. 20 to 19 is the score. EMCC called the timeout. Correct me if I'm wrong. They do have one left.
Yeah, one left, but a lot of football left as well.
I mean, can you imagine? I mean, they've had 6 turnovers, almost had a 7.
I almost had a 7.
Oh, my goodness. Could have easily had a 7th turnover, and they're up now 20 to 19 because Jontarius Henderson was Johnny on the spot, and he knew he was going to get hit.
He got crushed.
He knew he was going to get hit, but he got up, he climbed the ladder, pulled that football down, and just held on. Kind of looked like one of those receivers on a crossing route when they just get decleated by a linebacker.
Except I think he met a defensive lineman. That was a bigger truck.
Jones in the shotgun. Twins either side. The snap on the two-point conversion attempt is going to tuck it. He's going to run it, and he's not going to get there. He's going to be tripped up from behind at the 3, and the Lions are going to lead by 1, 20-19. So EMCC, 7 plays, 69 yards, 2 minutes and 21 seconds off the clock. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is the EMCC Football Network. (20-19). 19-yard touchdown, pitch and catch. Jamari Jones with the touchdown strike, his 16th of the season. And he finds number 5, Kevin Barnett, with his second touchdown reception. End over end short kick, going to be taken at the 10-yard line, out across the 15, 20, and going out of bounds around the 25. That's Montrell Boykins, who steps in front of Kai Holiday and takes that one himself. I was ready to say Holiday pulls it down, but Kel Williams will force him out of bounds in the neighborhood of the 25-yard line, and that's where Northeast will have the football down by 1, under 10 to play.
Yeah, don't put the popcorn away yet.
No. Matter of fact, we still got time to pop some more popcorn.
Yeah, kettle corn.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
That kettle corn. It's get about that time of year for some kettle corn. First down, 10 to go for Northeast at their own 25. Ball on the right hash. They're going to keep Max Favre out there, who's the nephew of the NFL Hall of Famer Brett Favre. And now it's a penalty flag. And boy, one thing that he's struggled with is the play clock. Has no sense coming off the sideline and having a delay of game after the kick return. And that's going to back them up 5 yards. Northeast has hurt themselves with the yellow hanky occasionally, and you don't want to start a drive at your own 20 with it first and 15, down by 1. You never want to start a drive where it's first and 15, no matter where you are. 4-man front for EMCC. Far back to pass. Inside pressure, flushed out of the pocket to the right. It's going to escape one tackle. Rolling to the right and fires it out of bounds area around the 32-yard line towards that Northeast bench. And that's going to bring up a 2nd and 15. And they needed some positive yards on first down and didn't get it. EMCC pinning their ears back, going after him there. Nose of the football is going to be near the 20-yard line. Favre in the shotgun, trips to the left side, clapping his hands, will receive the snap, backpedals, and now screen pass right side is caught, and then falling on him around the 22, big 44. It's Keyshawn Lawrence.
He's kind of woke up and grew up today, right in front of our eyes, Jason. Hadn't had much playing time early in the season, but now he's kind of making his presence known, and the freshman is really coming into his own. We like to see that.
Tim Patterson was the ball carrier, gain of 3. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 12. Spotted the football, the 22. Their own 22 on the right hash.
Obvious passing down right here. You'll see the linebackers a little deeper across the board.
In the shotgun, backpedals, now just slings it sidearm. It's tipped up, intercepted by EMCC at the 30. Inside the 25, near side, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. That's Cam McCullum with a pick 6. And EMCC is up 26-19 now after the pick 6.
Wow, Jason, Dallas Payne took a shot as the ball thrown a little bit behind him. He reached back, tipped it up in the air. East Mississippi got the interception, and as soon as he turned around, he was stroked, and he is down. His helmet came off. But had to look twice. I thought his head was still attached in the helmet. As it come off, he got hit hard.
Buddy Stevens, I think, upset there with that hit. He went out to check on Dallas Payne and then was shaking his head and looking pretty frustrated.
It could easily have been targeted.
Absolutely, and that's
defenseless player. But when the ball is tipped up in the air like that, that rule goes away.
Let's go to Chris Coleman on the sidelines. Chris?
Yeah, guys, he just absolutely was smoked
And he's
when he got
okay.
hit. He is okay. It took him a minute to get his composure, but he's on his feet, and they are walking him off to the sideline. As you mentioned, Buddy Stevens was terribly upset. He made his way out there to check on the young man and come back over. And,
yeah, I mean, it was.
And he's back over here now, and he's still upset with him.
Yeah, Buddy, I could tell it was on the hit. I didn't see the hit. I was watching Cam McCullum.
I didn't see who made the hit either.
I missed the guy that made the hit as well. But
Lawrence. Keyshawn Lawrence.
Keyshawn.
Yeah, we're being told here in the booth it was Keyshawn Lawrence with a big hit.
He's playing with a lot of motion. You like to see that, though.
Yeah, you
I
do.
mean, you do.
Here's the PAT attempt. Ham will snap it back to Stewart when Stewart is ready. Stewart is. Calls for the football, places it down, and Rogers will put it to the uprights. And EMCC is up 27-19 despite 6 turnovers in this game. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is the EMCC Football Network. Please ban the cannon. I'm going to start a campaign. Javante, I'm having a hard time hearing the ad. Is it? It was picked around the 34, so about a 34-yard return for Cam McCullum. He just kind of threw that sidearm pass.
Well, and you had a double tip on that, Jason. 96 for East Mississippi. Drew tipped it up, and then, of course, which made it go behind the wide receiver who also tipped it up. So, and then Keyshawn cleaning the whole play up.
EMCC with a couple of sparks here in the second half. In the fourth quarter in particular, end-over-end kick's going to be taken at the 10-yard line, up the sideline, 15, 20, 25. And takes a hit, still stays on his feet. Kai Holiday, the Tupelo Christian Prep product, who had just outstanding numbers. Will play baseball as well at Northeast, from my understanding. Lawrence Sullivan Jr. make the tackle.
I think he's a head coach from TCPS's son.
Yeah, Coach Holiday's son. They had a really, really good season last year. They just put up just insane numbers offensively. Didn't win the state championship. They were not well known for defense. They were really known for putting up a lot of points. And when they got into playoffs, ran into a few good defensive teams. 4-man front for EMCC. They'll snap it from the 30 to Farr, throws it out towards the sidelines at 35, caught and going up for about a yard up to the 36 before he's forced out of bounds is Mondrell Boykin. He's forced out of bounds by Brandon Larry. Gain of 6, 2nd and 4. EMCC trying not to defend their own turf. It's at the 36-yard line of Northeast. Tigers moving right to left. Here's the snap to Favre. He throws it out in the flat near side, diving and catching at the numbers at the 39 is going to be number 13. That's Cam Coleman, and he's knocked off his feet by Cam McCullum, who just had the pick 6 just a moment ago. Ball's going to be placed here on the near hash, and it's 3rd down and 2 from the 39. They have to get to the 41, their own 41. And the shotgun is Farr. Twin receivers either side. Barks a cadence, then looks to the far sideline with 7:55 and counting to go in the game. 27-19, EMCC is on top. High snap pulled down, and then it's fumbled, and EMCC falls on it at the 37. The timing was just thrown off by the high snap as they were trying to hand it off quickly to Caden Betts. Trey Lane's going to fall on it, and all of a sudden, I said they needed a spark. They've had 3 now here in this fourth quarter. The block punt, the pick 6, and now the fumble recovery.
Finally, the ball starts bouncing our way as it's gone against us most of the afternoon. But now here late in the fourth quarter, or midway through the fourth quarter, we are finally getting the ball to bounce our way.
Ball's going to be on the near hash at the 37 of the Tigers. Twin receivers either side. Jamari Jones to the shotgun. Is going to have Perryman flanked to his right. Here's the snap. Perryman inside handoff inside the 35, and he's going to rumble down between the tackles down to the 32. He's going to be knocked off his feet by Jamarcus Smith. So that's going to bring up now a 2nd down and 5 situation. It'll be a long 4 after the gain of like 6 yards a moment ago. Jamari Jones keeps it himself, goes around the left side for the first down as he cuts down the hash down to about the 20-yard line. He's knocked off his feet by Keyshawn Cobb, who will make the tackle, and that'll move the chains. Jamari Jones goes around the left end, so gain of 11, and that'll bring up a first down for EMCC. 7:07 counting. Trips right, wide side of the field. The snap from the 20 of Northeast, and Perryman's going to be sandwiched, breaks that sandwich tackle, falls forward inside the 20, but not much more there, so it's going to bring up a 2nd and long as he's tackled by Carter Bonds. The EMCC will be at home Thursday night as they take on Coahoma, who was ranked 14th, but I'm sure will go down in the polls after that big loss this past week to Northwest. Snap for the left hash inside the 20, and it's a zone read that Jones is going to keep, gets inside the 10. It's a 1st and goal situation for EMCC. Great read that time by the quarterback as he was knocked off his feet by Scott Norfit. And Glenn, he's done a great job running the football here in this game.
Yeah, he really has. And
here's the snap from the 3, and Perryman with another 3-yard touchdown run up the gut. He started off the game with a 3-yard run, and here in the 4th quarter, another 3-yard run, and the Lions are running away with it, 33-19 with 6:18 to go.
I told you, when they get things going, they can score, and they can score in bunches, and that's what we've seen. 33-19, pending extra point right here. Obviously, they'll go for 1.
Yeah, they'll have the PAT attempt from Rogers here momentarily.
And Lady Momentum has swung back in the favor of the Lions where she belongs.
Ham will snap it. Stewart will hold. Rogers will attempt the PAT. 6 to snap it. They'll get it off in plenty of time. The snap back. Another bad snap, but a good hold and a good kick. And it's through the uprights, and it's 34-19 with 6:18 to go in the 4th quarter. EMCC has poured it on in the last 3 minutes of game action. We'll be back with more in a moment. This is the EMCC Football Network.
You may have heard of us, but you might not know Bank First is a community bank that has no-fee ATM access, interest, and perks earning checking accounts. With online
yards, 1:28 off the clock for EMCC. They get a takeaway themselves and put points on the board after turnover. It's 34-19 after the PAT. 3-yard touchdown run from Zias Perryman to cap that drive. 6:18 to go in this game. Kai Holiday is back deep to receive on the far hash. And on the near hash, it's Mondrell Boykins. And the kick is going to be short, and the up back's going to call for a fair catch around the 24. Now there's a scrum, and looked like Northeast came in there and kicked an EMCC player, and the crowd near side's frustrated. And great job by a couple of black jerseys going in there and keeping other black jerseys from tangoing with gold jerseys. And so the officials are going to discuss things. Let's go to the sidelines to Chris Coleman. It's a little bit more spirited sideline here, not only in the stands but down on the field as well, Chris.
Yeah, a little chippy down here, guys. During the 4th quarter, now the EMCC has taken the lead and it's commanded this 4th quarter for sure. And after that kickoff was just a little miscommunication down here, but officials stepped in really quick and got control.
And so did some of the EMCC guys, keeping their teammates from getting in trouble. 4-man front. Spotted the football, the 25, the snap to Favre. Great protection, gets rid of it quickly, and it's almost intercepted, then tipped. Incomplete. It was caught by Cam Coleman, but he was out of bounds on the tip. And coming in was Ty Johnson. Ty Johnson saw that end zone before he pulled that football in, guys.
Yeah, that was about to be another pick six right there for the Lions.
Favre's got to be a little careful with this football. A little careless with it like his uncle, right?
Hey.
His uncle. His uncle was a really good player. Now, don't get me wrong. He's in the NFL
He
Hall of
threw
Fame,
up a lot of 50-50 balls.
Exactly.
And had wide receivers that could really go get it.
Favre's going to be hit, fumbles the football. It's a scramble for it. Northeast has it at the 20-yard line. 6:03 to go in the fourth quarter, 34-19. Clock rolling. We're under 6 minutes to go. Northeast has it at their 20. They've got a lot of work to do in the next 5:53. EMCC trying to go to 6-0 this season, undefeated in North Division play, of course, after the win over Northwest last Thursday night.
3rd and 15 for the Tigers.
So it's 3rd and 15 after the loss of 5. Favre the shotgun, trips wide side of the field to the right. Here's the snap. Favre back to pass. Great protection again. Fires it and is tipped and almost intercepted. EMCC's had 3 balls go off fingertips in this game where they should have been interceptions. That was incomplete at the 30, batted up in the air. And that's going to bring up a 4th down, and Northeast has no choice but to punt this one away. And if you had Lane Kiffin as your coach, you'd probably go for it here because in his defense, he's thinking this is your chance to win the game. Northeast going to punt it away. I mean, are they conceding here? They're down 34-19. Yeah.
Momentum has swung so hard in the favor of the Lions.
Yeah. I mean it's that barn door didn't swing open. It blew open. John Ellis Murrow's going to get his foot into it, and he's going to back up to the 35 at the number. Zach Patterson, he comes back up to the 40. And he's going to be knocked out of bounds there. Big hit. And I think Northeast has an injured player made the tackle. That's Delvin Fegans. And they're backing everybody up. He's injured around the 40-yard line. That's Fegans, as we mentioned. Yeah, he's... Chris, did you see what happened?
I couldn't, guys. It was down there on that end, and I was waiting on them to make a play before I decided where I was going to station at. And so the play had happened, down around the 40, as you mentioned, and he's still down. They've got the guys.
His helmet came off as he hit the ground. It may have been one of those as he was diving to hit Patterson. Maybe Patterson's knee hit him in the head or something. I can't tell.
Which is always really, really dangerous. We're going to pause 1 minute for a timeout. 34-19, EMCC leads it with 5:11 to go in the fourth quarter. This is the EMCC Football Network. Is up and walking off on his own accord. He's got some folks right there with him. He's a little slow. It may be that he just got hit in the head, maybe wind knocked out of him as well. I mean, he lay there motionless for a moment. He started moving his legs, which was a great sign as we saw that during the break. So EMCC will have it at their own 42-yard line, moving from left to right. 5:11 to go in the game. And it's a handoff to Perryman. It bounces off a couple of folks, gets up to the 49, and he's drug out of bounds and never goes down. So nice gain on first down. Tristan Nelson will drag him out of bounds. He had a hold of his legs and never did bring him down. So 8-yard gain for Zias Perryman on the carry. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 2 from midfield. So the Lions are in Tiger territory with under 5 to play. Another inside handoff, and Perryman goes straight between the tackles, which is between the hash and the numbers. He'll get down to the 46, so a 4-yard gain. That's enough for a first down. He got 2 more yards than needed for the first down.
To the 46-yard line.
And so making the tackle is Quay Edwards. Clock continues to roll, and that's what EMCC is going to do. They're just going to keep it on the ground and get out of this one and try to work on some stuff before Oklahoma comes to town. You know, Buddy Stevens was telling me in the pregame interview, every game after this, everyone can beat. And we see what he means by Northeast today. A lot of people are looking at that record, but they're better than the record indicates. Snap for the 46. And a between the tackles run on the inside handoff. Perryman will get inside the 45 down to the 43. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7. Carter Bonds has made several tackles in this game. Makes another there. We're about to be under 4 minutes to go in this game before the ball is snapped. 34-19 is the score. Buddy Stevens going to remain undefeated at 13-0 for homecoming games. That was in jeopardy as late as late third quarter. Ball on the near hash. They're letting that clock wind down. 6 to snap it. They do, and they're going to leave it with Perryman, and he's bottled up, and he's turning his legs but going nowhere. He's going to lose yardage back to the 45, so he's going to lose about 2 yards, and that's going to bring up a 3rd and long with 3:28 and counting to go. Carter Bonds again with another tackle for Northeast.
Ball spotted at the 45-yard line.
We'll be on the air at 6:30 this coming Thursday evening. 7 o'clock is the kickoff. Oklahoma the opponent here at Sullivan-Wyndham Field. It's the last time we'll be at Sullivan-Wyndham Field, at least for the regular season. We hope we'll be here for the first round of the playoffs. 3rd and 9 from the 45. Here's the snap. And faking it to Spivey and pulling it from his belly. And now coming around the left side is Jones, allowed the first down.
He sits it down before he goes out of bounds.
He sure does.
Wisely.
Great observation, and that's going to wind the clock once they get those chain sets. Well, they didn't even set the chains, but they're motioning for the clock to start. Like I said, Jamari Jones is not really impressed throwing the football. He's thrown 3 interceptions in this game, but he is impressed with his legs tonight, or today. So 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line. 11-yard run for Jamari Jones. Just going to let the clock wind down.
Inside of 10.
Yeah. 6 to snap it. 2:20 on the game clock. Spivey inside handoff. Tries to bounce it outside between the numbers and the hash. And he's going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain. So 2nd down and 10. Clock still rolling. Northeast, should they choose, I think has a timeout, but no point here. Stephen McGlawn is going to make the tackle for the Tigers under 2 minutes to play and counting. Lions up 34-19 over the Tigers. Just wish the opponent next week was somebody with a nickname, the Bears. That really wasn't funny at all. Ball on the left hash. Waiting the snap is Jones, who'll call for it and leaves it up the middle, and diving inside the 30-yard lines. KJ Lawrence, the Starkville product, with a nice run on 2nd down. That's going to bring up now 3rd and 3 after the gain of 7. I think Northeast elects to use their timeout. They do. It's the last one. They have 1 left. Nope. We can't tell. I'm having to go by Gavin Gilbert, our statistician over here, because they don't have him on the board, because obviously the bottom part of the scoreboard not working. 1:25 to go in this game, 34-19. Back in 30 seconds. This is the EMCC Football Network. Short post-game show coming up for you after this one. 34-19, EMCC on top. I want to remind you, you can visit EMCC Athletics home on the web for live broadcasts, news, stat schedules, and more. Visit EMCC or www.emccathletics.com. So 3rd down for EMCC. They have the football at the 27-yard line of Northeast. Ball left hash. Moving from left to right, play action. They throw. Oh, it's tipped up in the air, and Northeast scoops it up, and it's an interception at the 10. That was going to be a touchdown, folks, if it's not tipped at the line of scrimmage. And so that is the 6th turnover. Or it's the 7th?
7th.
That is the 7th. You're correct. I've lost count. That's the 4th interception of this game. And EMCC still only up 34-19. I mean, they're up 34-19, and they have 7 turnovers. So Northeast will have it with 1:19 to go. Nose of the football at the 10-yard line. Washington with the interception. That's his 2nd of this game. He had a pick 6 to get Northeast on the scoreboard in the first inning. Chris, have you ever seen anything like it? 7 turnovers, but a team still up 34-19.
I tell you what, guys, it's hard to believe that they've been in this ball game, but the 4th quarter has been made a big difference.
No doubt about it. Inside handoff and still turning his legs, trying to split tacklers out across the 15. Up to the 17-yard line is Gary Banks. Out there, quarterback A.C. Graham. How much of a difference do you think losing the starting quarterback Carter Putt hurt? With Joshua Jackson, by the way, made the tackle.
You know, he was Putt was really managing the ball game for Northeast when he was out there.
Play action, they throw it on the right side, it's caught. It's enough for a first down with 47 seconds to go. A.C. Graham. Jaden Matthews will make the tackle. Montrell Boykin will make the reception for Northeast. 47 seconds to go. And the shotgun is Graham. Twin receivers either side, high snaps, able to corral it, and inside handoff to Banks, and he's just going to bowl over a man at the 35 and gets out to the 37-yard line. That's enough for a first down. That'll stop the clock momentarily. 39 seconds to go. They have yet to wind it. Now they do. Northeast is hurrying up. 33 seconds, 32 seconds. Here's the shotgun snap. They leave it with Banks, go straight up the middle. And they're going to tackle him there. Now there's 27 seconds to go. I don't know if Northeast will snap it again. The Lions are going to win, though, regardless, and go to 13-0 on homecoming games, or homecoming Saturdays for Buddy Stevens. There's 12 seconds, now 10 seconds. Northeast will get one more snap. It looks like they're hurrying up to do so. Now 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Here is the snap. Screen pass right side. It is caught down across the 40-yard line. The receiver, Grant, completes it. The National Guard cannon sounds, so that means it is over. 34-19, the final score. Let's get your final thoughts, Glenn.
Thank you for attending tonight's
Survive and move on. I mean, that's
Good night, everybody.
that's what they had to get into that mode to overcome the 7 turnovers. You know, and that's, you know, this one, put this one behind you. Forget about it. Throw the film away. Pretend it didn't even happen, and start preparing for Thursday.
Chris, a final word from you down on the sidelines. It was a hot one out there today. Glenn mentioned it was really tough to get out there and focus. You had to focus more in one of these type games because they're used to playing not necessarily on cold Thursday nights, but you know that sun blaring and stuff, a lot to get used to out there. And I know I'm making a lot of excuses, but EMCC's got to work on itself this next week, as Buddy Stevens said they even did last week, but still more work to be done. Your final thoughts?
Absolutely, Jason. I think you hit the nail on the head with that. They're going to have to clean up a lot of things because you mentioned it just a bit ago about how every team you play from here on out has a chance to beat you. And, you know, 7 turnovers in a game, you know, a week or two might end up costing you something really big. So definitely going to have to clean up from here on out and, you know, move forward.
All right, thank you very much. That's going to wrap things up as final score is 34-19. EMCC with a win. They go to 6-0 on the season. Another North Division win. They'll have another North Division opponent coming in on Thursday night. Airtime 6:30, 7 o'clock is the kickoff, taking on Kahoma. So for Glenn Beard and Chris Coleman, that's our guys on the air, or behind the scenes guys. Josh Pinkey, our spotter today, filling in for Robert Ware. Gavin Gilbert, it's great to have him back in here as our statistician here for this game this afternoon. We'll be back on Thursday night once again with that game with Kahoma. I'm Jason Crowder saying so long from Scooba, Mississippi. 34-19. Lions win over the Tigers. This has been a production of EMCC Football on the Lions Radio Network.